in the place where everybody knows your name. Laughter fills the air like a sweet refrain. Sit and share a story, but I drink or two. In this cozy bar, where dreams come true, where smiles and friends remain, and good times ease the pain. Here we go again.
Hello, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you let me know? Well, that would be fantastic. It's not working. The Dukey's not working again. What an absolute ball ache. What a ball ache. So what's going on here? What is going on? Mandy, Kirsty, Barnsey, how are we all doing? Esther, how are you doing? You alright? Casper, Wagwan and Ting, Botrix has correctly joined the channel. Adverts, I'm having problems with them. Who had the windiest days? Who had the windiest day? Adam or Callan would have had it worse than anyone else, I would have thought. Mandy, you found an article from someone who said the London Stone was the OG milestone. We'll have to look into that one. We'll have to look into it. Thomas, 14 packs of Guinness and some beans on toast. Very windy, very windy, very, very windy. You can see me, you can hear me, you've let me know, no. Very nice. Oh, man. So how are we? Are we all alright? Why is everything looking a bit weird? Do you know what I think the reason why it looks weird? It doesn't look weird. It looks weird to me because I've been doing loads of colour grading on the videos lately, and I've made them look 1970s-ish. So all of a sudden I'm on this, and the orange is orange and the blue is blue, rather than peach and, well, I wasn't wearing blue, was I? I was wearing me Ushanka. I like the way they've come out though. Those latest couple of videos with the 70s LUT on them. They look rather good, I think. I might go for that whole 70s vibe. It's an aesthetic. It's a mood. It's a vibe. It's a scene. Oh, are we all alright? Did we all survive? That's the main thing. Did we survive? Obviously the people that are in the chat, I would assume that you've survived. How weird has it been now? I mean, proper, how weird has it been? I was out the other day and it was warm, apart from the fact that the wind was absolutely freezing. As soon as you got into like behind a wall or something, it was lovely. It was a nice temperature, but the rain and the wind, as soon as it hits you, oh, terrible. You've done unlikely, lads. You haven't looked at the derby results. Give your ticket to your cousin. It would be good content for me to announce the result on stream. I will do. I'll also reminded me there of another Everton fan who's no longer with us, John Brom. Used to drink in our pub, and his mate Bootle Tom, whose name is Tom and he's from Bootle, hence the nickname Bootle Tom. He was a horrible little bastard at the time. Didn't like football, but he was a proper wind-up merchant. And John said to him, it was a derby match, and he said to him, "Oi, do not tell me the score in the game today." He went, "I can't, there wasn't one." You little shit. Yeah. Yes, we are unbeaten. We have remained unbeaten since Tony Campari started releasing their tunes, which is fantastic. Not weird, just windy. It is weird though, because it is. We are actually at the 8th. R.I.P. John Lennon, John Winston Lennon. 8th of December 1980, he died. So yeah, we are the 8th of December. It is supposed to be cold, and it's not cold. Not cold outside, but that weather is exceptionally windy, or it has been. We've used bungee cords to have the wheelie bins all tethered together and then tethered to a fence post, because there's not much chance of them disappearing down the road if they're all stuck together. Is there? I mean, is there? Basically. Which is nice. We have had a storm. We had Storm Dara, which I like much. It's a good name, that one, Dara. It's like watching a Guy Ritchie film. There's lots of Cockney swearing in it. I put the 70s LUT on it, which I thought looked quite nice. I like that vibe. I've got loads of LUTs that I can put on videos to make them look differently, but that 70s one looks particularly good, I think. It reminds me of the photographs that we have in our family albums. They've all got that slight sepia tint over the top of them. There's going to be more of those as well, I think. I like the idea of not completing a proper vlog, just doing a little bit of chatting and then throwing a song on the end of it. A vlog, I like that. So I'm going to continue with that, I think. Because that way I get to talk and empty what's in my head, and also put some decent music over it, I think. Come up with some good music lately. Not all can be used, but some can be and will be. Yep. Hello to Helen, the Norfolk correspondent, doing remarkable work in the field. And Ruby Roo, where are you? Right. That's winding me up. I'll leave the Dukey on, but we're not having the songs on because it's bullshit. Mandy survived the windy weekend, only 60 miles per hour. It wasn't too bad where we were either. It was the gusts that were the issue. The regular wind wasn't overly strong, but it was gusting quite heavily. And of course, being right near the sea, as Mandy will tell you as well where she is, it tends to have a lot of sand in the air, which means you are getting microdermabrasion to your face, whether you like it or not, if you go outside. I went and sat, well, the video showed you, I went and sat by the beach, and I was looking around thinking, this doesn't look normal. Even on bad days, there's plenty of people around. No one. Although someone turned up and parked just behind me. Definitely some dodginess going on there. No power cut. Did the electric survive? Had to postpone your sister's visit, but no worries. Got your birthday presents today instead. Yes, it was Mandy's birthday yesterday. Mandy's birthday yesterday. I can't speak English. Mandy's birthday yesterday. There you go. And it's not anymore, so stop milking it. But nice that you got to see your family anyway. I know it's probably... Yesterday was not a good idea for anybody to be leaving the house. Especially not in bloody Wales. I mean, you say you got away with it 60 miles an hour. There was no guarantee that it was going to be 60 miles an hour. You could have left the house and then all of a sudden absolute bedlam was going to happen. So fair play to anybody who survived that. To be honest with you, it was horrific. Shouting at a very naughty Ruby. Not having that. Ruby's never naughty. Oh, yeah, Casper. 60 miles an hour is pretty hefty. Wheelie bins everywhere. Lots of fences down, but this time round it was nowhere near as bad as it has been in the past. So I think as a town we seem to be fairly prepared for it, apart from, which I should have got on camera, because it's Christmas, the whole of Lord Street has got lights up and things. There's a huge bear with lights on it outside the Vincent's Hotel. A bit further down there's a massive tree, and then a bit further down there's a huge Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I mean, absolutely huge, with its head off on the floor, which looks horrific. Hopefully they'll put it back on, it'll be okay, because the lights do look good this year, to be honest. Power was sorted like a Manchester postman. To see how Jackie weathered the storm. Wonder if it was a bit blowy round theirs. It's always blowy round theirs, but it's nothing to do with storms. We're not talking behind her back, I'll talk in front of her back as well. Hadewig, goedenavond. How you doing? Alles goed? Yeah, Esther, not the same age anymore. Rubbing it in there. Tomash, is it your birthday this week as well? Has it been? Is it yet to come? I know you said it was around about the Derby day. Around about. It's a Helen thing. She plays her up like hell. Oh. Right, so you got to stop. You got to shout before she stops arsing around. You got to act like the alpha male, haven't you? These dogs need to know who's in charge, which is normally them, isn't it? You know what I mean? Just put up your Christmas tree. Ours is up as well. Pisses me off, but to be honest with you, as soon as it's up, it's nice, isn't it? It's too early. It's too early. It's too early. Oh, it's lovely. That I like that. So you never know. The next Reason Rhyme video, which should have been last bloody week, might have a Christmas tree in the background. Twitch moderation is active. Hello to the 6,000 people watching on Twitch. There's not 6,000 people. There's 2. How's everyone doing? Are we all right? We are, aren't we? I think. You don't mind putting it up, it's the taking it down that's the pain in the arse. It is not just the amount of arsing around you've got to do and trying to put things in boxes and fit things into things that they used to fit into. It's also the fact that the entire room looks so bare without the tree. Like you've just been burgled or something. It's mad. Always, to me, when the tree comes down, the room always looks colder as well. Is that just me, or is that is that a thing? Is it a psychological thing? Christmas, bar humbug, or is that bar Hamburg? Bar humbug. I always thought if it was going to win the lottery, I'd buy a pub and call it bar humbug. And every Christmas, nobody be allowed in if they're wearing Christmas jumpers. Just time to piss off. The lovely tree smell goes away as well. Use a proper tree, then a proper pine tree. Talking of bear, did the bear get delivered yet? No. It's supposed to be here within the next 2 weeks. Because it's coming all the way from China. China. But it will be here. And if not, something else will go on top of the tree instead. It'll be Christmassy, don't worry, we'll make it Christmassy. Not too Christmassy because, you know, again, like Steve said, humbug. But it'll be sound, lad. It'll be sound. I have bought something to make it a bit more Christmassy, which will be arriving tomorrow. No clues. And you're going to have to stop me as well because I was watching a YouTube video where someone said about this fantastic camera. It's only cheap as well. Probably pick one up around 450 quid. And I could have a couple to trade in against it, so I'd end up having to pay sod all. But I'm going to end up I'm going to buy more stuff, aren't I? I need to stop this. I've got gear acquisition syndrome. I got gas. A knitted bear. No, it's not a knitted bear. This is a proper little teddy bear. Is it an angel? Teddy bear, angel-y type thing for the top of the... Don't know if we can put it on top of the tree, but we might have to hang it from the light. So it's just hanging above it. But it's going to be a bit more Christmassy. And if it doesn't go there, I'll put it somewhere here so at least you can see it. It's something a bit Christmassy. Christmas earrings for the tree. I might dispatch the child to go and get some of them. The child went on her work's Christmas night out on Saturday. Yesterday. Jeez, it doesn't feel like it was yesterday. It was. I took her out at 7 o'clock, her and her mates. Dropped them off for 7 o'clock. And I was expecting a late one. And I got a call at 20 to 1, I think it was. Can you come and pick me up? I was like, shit, yes. 20 to 1. It was almost the same day. That's how good it was. Christmas is for football. It is. Which is why I used to hate it. I've mentioned this before, haven't I? Because my dad was playing. They'd train on Christmas morning. And then normally they'd have to disappear to a hotel or to an away game. So yeah. I used to hate it. And then we had the pub. And then we had to work all the time. So it was only a bit later on when the kids came along that it was a bit better Christmas, and now we quite like it because it's a chilled part of the year. It's not bad, is it? Basically, kippers with wings. It's not far off. It looks like kippers, doesn't it? Me with a Christmas hat. Maybe not a Santa hat, but this space, watch. This space. It could be something headgear related. You never know. We shall see. Kippers with wings sounds lovely. Unless it's for breakfast. You don't want kippers with wings if it's for breakfast. They would be flying fish. Have I got panini stickers with my dad on them? I haven't. I think, do they still exist? They might have done. Can we find? Should we find one? Panini. They must do. I'm sure people have sent them to him to be signed, so. Oh. Contact. £1.99 plus 85p postage. See what it says. Forward. Born Liverpool. 6'1", 14 stone. Fuck right off. He was 14.5 stone at his best. Age 26. Centre forward who made over 200 league appearances for First Club Wrexham before moving to Borough in September 77 for £130,000, their record fee paid. A regular first teamer and an unselfish player who makes plenty of opportunities for his colleagues. There you go. 14 stone. Not a chance. I might buy that. In fact, I'm going to buy it now. We're at the checkout. Order confirmed. Oh, all the Borough players are there now as well. Oh. Brilliant. Oh, well, there we go. I've got it. Bought. Reindeer antlers on an Alice band. That is more a Kirsty kind of thing. I think you'll agree. Hat Wednesday, there's 3 Everton Santa hats there. You have to get those sent in. Get them in. I've got a few more. I think, was it Steve sent some more? I think. Was it Steve? Was it you, Steve? Was it? You did, didn't you? You did. And I will have to put them all together. You found some on eBay. Yeah, that definitely. You know what? I knew they were out there because he gets them sent. People send in programs and posters and pictures and what have you. People have sent in little panini things for him to sign as well. So I'm going to get that. Do you know what I might do? I might get him to sign it. It's only about that big, isn't it? Little panini stickers. I might get an absolutely massive frame to put it in. Hoover them up. Hoover them with a capital U. Do I need a book to stick them in? No. A massive frame. I mean, an absolutely huge, ridiculously big frame. To the point where it's stupidly big. One of those. I think that'll work. Oh, why are you doing this? Why you do this? But it's funny seeing people still buying them. He says having just bought one himself. Fucking idiot. Turn it into a tea towel. Which? A sticker. I mean, scan it and turn it into a tea towel. Or a poster. Tomash, behind the bar, behind the bar, behind the bar. And we'll get some piggly ding going on. Dash out. Dash baby. Do. Dash Bainesy. That's been mentioned. Do we get Bainesy instead? Seeing as though he's got a proper full-on UEFA licence. Is it UEFA A licence you need? Can't do any worse than him, can he? Horrible bastard. A signed one. Get it signed. Scan it and put it on a... can we do that? I wonder. I wonder. I could, I suppose, couldn't I? I could do that. I'll look into that. I will look into it. Am I on tea? I am. In my thermos, because I'm worth it. And you can tell we didn't get beat at the weekend because I'm drinking out of a red one. Bucket of hot chocolate for our Mandy with a shot of tea in there. Which, go on Mandy, tell them all, what did you get for your birthday? What did you get? Steve, a beverage, a Dame Edna beverage. Helen, something for you as well, of course, and a bowl for our rubes, if she's allowed. Ali taken away by the wind. Must be somewhere, she must be. Probably running dead quick. Trying not to trip over. Speaking of which, there you go, there she is. Ali, ho, how you doing? It's falling apart at United. If they're not careful, do you know what, seriously, if they're not careful, their only thing that they got so far is by beating a shit Everton. Apart from that, they have been abysmal. And then they spent all that time getting Dan Ashworth, was it, from Newcastle. Waited 6 months for him, he wasn't allowed to do anything. And then he's been there for 5 months and they've binned him off. Ridiculous. Buckets of beer. A Pinot Noir. I do like a Pinot Noir. Well, sorry, I did like a Pinot Noir. I bought another wine. I haven't had it yet. A Malbec. Brand new on me anyway. An alcohol-free Malbec. I'm going to try that later, I think. Hot chocolate sounds great. It does, doesn't it? It's the kind of day for a hot chocolate. 2 bottles of tea, which should keep you going until around about December 2026, shouldn't it, Mandy, on the speed that you drink? Mandy has a thimble of tea every 6 months, by the sound of it. Cheers, Tomash, cheers. Yes, speaking of the devil, Ali turned up. The wind hasn't taken you away. Jukebox is blank. Yes, Mandy, if you listen to the start of the stream, it's because of that. It's not picking up on what I'm playing. And it's doing me head in just looking at it, so I've binned it. We're leaving a Juki up though because it looks great in the corner. It counterbalances everything, doesn't it? Ali-o, a bucket of tea. Get yourself a bucket of tea. Very nice. If the wind took you, it wouldn't be long dropping you back down. How was it in Ireland? Did you manage to escape the worst of it? Because it seemed weird. Normally Ireland gets it and then Wales and North West England gets it, but lots of the south of England got it this time round, so it looks maybe Wales, south of England got the brunt of it. Very odd. How about a rum toddy just to be on the safe side? Worth a try. Anything warm, it's worth a try. You weren't listening? Oh, don't worry about it. No one ever listens to me anyway. But, yes, it's just not working, so it's doing me head in. It's doing me head in. Yes, your knitted currency is no good. But Donkey Sean anyway. Donald was without power. Right, so the West Coast got it anyway. Bloody hell. How is he? Have you heard from him? Is he okay now? Ginger's crossed, he's okay. Who else? Callum was on the RDA, so by the look of it, he's okay. Louise. Mind you, she's halfway up Mount Wanafleek with that love, isn't she? So probably all right up there. On top at Mountain in Barlick. Anywhere else? Did we get? Was there snow or was it just windy, rainy? Windy, rainy. Coastal areas where you are is windy and rainy. Some trees down in some areas. I think if that's the worst that happens, we've got away with it. There was a fella who lost his life up on the Longton bypass, which is about 10 miles from here, I think it is. It's not far away at all. Just up by the police training centre between here and Preston. Tree hit his car. Poor bugger's no longer with us. So with a few trees down or a few fence panels, but everyone's okay. I think that's probably, we're doing okay really, aren't we? Be thankful, I think, for that. Yeah, it's on my tab. Put your purse away. Your money's no good. Put your purse away. It's all right. No worries, Ali. Oh, update on your phone. All the emojis are gone, Esther, and so is your money. Have a word. Have a word, man. TNS, take no shit. How is Mrs. Tom? Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? And Domingos Duarte? Full of the joys of spring or annoyed at being battered by Dara? What's next? Who's the next one? Is there another one about to kick in? There normally is, isn't there? We've got to the arse end of this one. Is there another one just waiting in the wings? Is it worth me getting my car cleaned? I went past there yesterday, past the car cleaner at, what was it, 12 o'clock, midday-ish? Something like that, 1 o'clock. Between 12 and 1 o'clock. And it was empty. Which I understood it would be because you couldn't spray cars with water. As soon as you put the water out of the hose, it would have gone all the way to bloody Ormskirk, so, yeah. You got away with it until today. You've been wet and windy all day. You did. You sent a YouTube video of your coastline today. It looks rough, man. But again, it doesn't matter how rough it looks, and it doesn't matter if trees come down and fence panels and what have you. As long as everyone's okay. That's the main thing, isn't it? If your car gets hit, it doesn't matter. Cars can get fixed. You lose a few slates off the roof. No big issue. Just as long as everyone's okay. Storm Esther next. It could be. Could be. Could very, very well be. Watch this space, you never know. I still just want a Hurricane Higgins. Just once. Just a Hurricane Higgins. Is that too much to ask for? I was risking it on the dogging car park. And I went past my dad on the way to get there. Which worries me. He had to do a lesson. There was a girl taking a test tomorrow. So she had to have a couple more lessons to finish off what they were doing. And I drove past them on the way to the dogging spot. There was no one there. It was mad. As I say, that woman, an entire car park, nobody in it, and then that woman turned up and parked behind me while I was recording stuff as well. You might be able to see the car in the vlog video. There's a little white car behind me. A white estate car. You know what they say about white estate cars? It could be, yeah, it's alphabetical, so it could be next. You never know. Lovely snooker reference. It needs to be done. Especially as, I mean, if it's one of those massive hurricanes that hits the States, pretty much I'd say about 99% of them wouldn't have a bleeding clue who Alex Higgins is. But those that do, probably sitting there with the house getting removed from around them, still laughing, going, Hurricane Higgins. worth a go, innit? Ask Mandy again. When was her birthday? It was yesterday, mate. Yesterday. And then couldn't have family turning up because the weather was so poor. You don't want people risking themselves. Quite rightly as well. Horrible, but quite rightly. Should have been Domingo instead of Dara. Possibly if the Spanish would have spotted it in the first place, they may have picked Domingo. But it must have been the Irish who spotted it, so Dara it became. I also like the fact that they've picked something that is... It's not remotely difficult to pronounce the word Dara, name Dara even. I just like the fact that they're pissing around with people. I'm waiting for Storm Queven or something, whatever it's pronounced, Queven. Know what I mean? And then all the Spanish and the French and all them not trying to pronounce a word they have got absolutely no chance of doing. Now you know how it feels. Hope you had a lovely birthday despite the weather. Yeah. You spend all day just reading Terry Pratchett novels and watching Next Door disappear bit by bit past your window. Many happy return for tomorrow for yesterday. Was it true? Is it true that you weren't allowed to have candles on your cake because the fire brigade said it consisted of a fire hazard? There was that many of them. Was that right? Was that right? Did I read that right? Only joking. Does anyone want to drink over in Twitch? Is that the snug over there at the moment? Might be. The Twitch snug. I was freezing earlier on, so I put me smock on. It's not a coat, it's not a hoodie, it's a smock, but it's still fucking roasting, man. Open the Wendy. I've opened the Wendy. Worth getting one of these, by the way. I thought it was in case I went missing in the dogging car park. There's more chance of being spotted in this, isn't there? The same if it snows heavily. Twitchy Mandy, are you having a tear over there as well? I've got another weird video coming up, I think, which is based on a blog that I used to have going back to 2012, I think this one was. Even though I had a YouTube channel, I never used it really back then. I should have done. Yeah, based on a blog, a series of blog posts that I had where things around the house, items around the house were leaving me letters, post-it notes, text messages and things. All the stuff to keep me occupied on the way to work when I was bored. Back when my brain used to work properly. So I'm stealing one of them and it's going to be a video fairly soon, I hope. I think. Perhaps. Only fishermen wear smocks. It's a beaut, this though. I mean, I like it. And also it's an orange. It's an orange one. So I stand out in the crowd. As well as being 6'4" and wearing orange and a Russian hat. I was wandering around Tesco yesterday wearing that, getting lots of looks. Which was muy interesante. Louise, good to see you. Nice. For you to miss Mandy's birthday sure wasn't very smart. We're in the middle of a bloody storm, weren't we? So we understand that. Guess all your brain is good for is to keep your ears apart. Lovely little poem. But no. Your brain's fantastic, we know that. Thomas Multibarman, yes, he's serving here on Twitch. He's double bubbling it. Oh. The Twitch chat has got animated emojis as well. There's applause going on there right now. It's bizarre. Oi, oi, Louise. Gutsy. Gutsy. Good to see you, I know. Gutsy. Yes, never let it be said that men can't multitask. The only people who tell you that men can't multitask are normally women who cannot multitask. I don't want this to be a sweeping statement, but every woman who said men can't multitask have been people who cannot multitask, and have normally been asking me to do their job for them at the same time as doing 6 other people's. We can. Our brains are just wired slightly different to concentrate on one thing, get that done, and then move to the next. That's all it is. But we can. We can. Tom, Mrs. Tom covered in smog. What the fucking what? There's noise out there again. A drink, Louise. That's just, I can see that's. Would you like a flake with that, isn't it? I like that. Evening. Oh, supporting Nederland met mijn oranje hoodie. What's Dutch for hoodie? Hoodie, I suppose, isn't it? Because it's a hoodie. Full of smog. Yes, you as a woman can't multitask. I've found loads of women can't multitask, but they are very, very quick to say men can't. Scathing. It's scathing. We don't deserve it. You men can't multitask. I went, okay, would you like your 3 cases back as well as your mate's 3 cases while I'm doing my 12 cases? No, look, can you sort it out for me? Okay. While at the same time providing top quality comedic content in work and doing stupid voices, etc. Because that's what I do. Smog, sausage mash and onion gravy. Full of smog. Bit of curly kale too. Curly kale sounds like a 1970s footballer. Connor, you want a beer? No problemo, no problemo. Men have 1-track minds. We do. That followed by that. Or normally that followed by that. Or that followed by that. You know what I mean? What we do, we concentrate on one thing and one thing only, get that done, and then move on to the next. Which makes it strange that we're very creative when it comes to music and art and things like that, because that you need a scatterbrain approach sometimes. Curly Kale, who do you think you are? Yep. You come round here with your curly kale. It's just off spinach, you know that, don't you? It's just off spinach. That's all there is. Just doing 2 jobs poorly, yes. Like Sean Dyche, right? A little bit of politics. You are thinking of Smog from London. They wouldn't have sausage mash and onion gravy. It'd always be pie and mash and eels and shit, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? It was the only accessible green in the shop on Thursday. Not a chance. Birkenhead, you can get green any day of the week. Know what I mean, lad? Know what I mean? Got any numbers there, lad? Ruby's a naughty girl. Naughty girl. Is she on the naughty step? Sitting in the corner. Dunce's hat on the lot. There's some real ASMR but visual. Orange and blue, teal and blue. Teal and orange is the Hollywood colour, isn't it? It's not exactly these colours, but a similar kind of vibe. It goes quite well together. They're not complementary colours, they're opposite, aren't they? So it means they work together. Yeah. I picked that specifically, so I'm glad you clocked that one, Tom Ash. I thought it might go well. I'm glad it did. Connor, what are you open for Christmas? The correct answer, of course, is a Dukla Prague away kit. The t-shirt is still there. Come out the wash yesterday. Kale is a superfood. Yeah, it is, but it's the same as anything, isn't it? Spinach, what's the other stuff? Seaweed. The seaweedy stuff. And samphire and things like that. Anything green and sea-ish. Full of iron. Full of iron. It'd be nice if Dyche did one job, never mind too poorly. It just, I don't know what he does, apart from captain's day or manager's day or whatever it is. Runs them till they throw up. Get him gone. Get him gone. Talk to the hand, the face, Saint listening. Ali, what are you open for? Come on, what is it? Ruby was so naughty, she got kicked out into the weather. What? Oh, Rubes, what are you playing at, man? You'd walked a little in a pair of posh shoes. Your heels were cut to ribbons. I grabbed the kale and hobbled out and passed by two little kittens. I don't know, sound like a bit of a poem, that, didn't it? Stopped in Matalan and bought a pair of £8.53 and as the walk home. That's when you know. Posh shoes are no good. I'm saying that right now, I don't give a shit. Posh shoes are no good. You wear either boots, trainees, or what's in between? Slippers. That's about it. That's all you need. Nothing else. Should have worn my orange bobble hat. There was an opportunity to wear that, and then I thought maybe it was orange overload. So I thought I'd go for something that was a bit more break up, if you know what I mean. And also I thought maybe because there's red and orange here and blue there, it might sort of fit in. This has been thought through, you know. See what I mean? There is actual thought goes into these streams occasionally. Not always, just occasionally. You are joining Ruby in Exile. If you do, wear your Matalan Shrabs, man. Ali, you're hoping everyone has a great day with the families. Oh, that's a nice thing to say. We don't need anything as long as everyone's happy, healthy, and full of the joys of spring in Christmas. Yeah, come on. What did Ruby do? Ruby do. What did Ruby do? Yeah, take Domingo as well, and it's a party. All three of you. Were the heels too high? Is that what it was? When you say posh shoes, is that what you mean when you say posh shoes? 6-inch skyscraper heels. They elongate the calf, and then you'll be a smidge under 6 foot, wouldn't you? Keep talking or you won't know where I am. Thank you very much, Louise. I'm not tanned though, am I? I should have the orange tan, shouldn't I? The one that, was it Sean Locke said, Jordan, she looks like the colour of a hangover piss. You'll know exactly where I am, Louise. You know exactly where I am. Don't be at it. Don't be at it. Helen was preparing lunch, turned around and Ruby was trying to eat it. Oh, man. Oh, when Helen shouted at her, Ruby growled at Helen. Oh, no, we're not having that. That's when you got involved. Quite rightly. Do not be putting up with that. As lovely as Ruby is, do not be putting up with that. There's a pecking order. Has to be observed. Don't be doing that. Ruby, if you're watching, how are you managing to watch this if you're outside? That's what I want to know. A bit small and proper smart brogue things. All right. Inflexible sole and tough leather. You've abandoned the idea of them. Why don't you? Are they leather? Proper leather? Real leather? I'd be tempted to put wet newspaper in there and push it in. Hot, wet newspaper if you can as well. Just let it soak in a little bit and then stretch. You couldn't do what my dad used to do with his football boots. You'd get in the bath wearing just his football boots. Well, and a pair of socks. So that then he would then mould to his feet. Bizarre but true. Speaking of which, where are we? The order is confirmed. It's coming, it's coming. Because like an absolute knob, I have bought a panini sticker of my dad. Why not? Say having about it to Ruby and see what happens. There's no point, she's already out. And we need to be careful because We don't want Lego and Arvin kicking off. Poor Hadley will be going spare with that, so we need to be careful. I forgot about that. Sorry. Yeah, hope Ellen's okay. You don't want your own dog barking at you or growling at you. That's not good. Doesn't make you feel too safe, does it, when that happens? Yeah, ask Mrs. Thomas to wear them around the house, break them in a bit. Which is it's lovely, and also that's a horrible thing to say. I can't be arsed hurting my own feet. Will you wear them instead? Again, I used to wear my dad's shoes because my feet were slightly bigger than his. Just wear them around the house and break them in a little bit. All right, yeah, will do. Terrible. I think my feet are shrinking. Tom, the Irish for shoes is broga, pronounced broga. So that's where brogues come from. Brogues before pogues. Are the brogues making noise? Well, his dogs are barking just by wearing them. I honestly don't get smart shoes. I hate it. Why can't you just wear something a bit better? Why aren't you allowed to wear? I used to wear it with a suit. If it was a black suit, I'd wear black Dr. Martens. Why not? Why aren't you allowed to do that? If I had a brown suit, I'd be in the 1970s, wouldn't I? Piping, Tom. You saw a nice phrase this week. Lord done drilling an Ed. Is that what? The only noise was your whimpering, which means it still was making noise. I thought brogue was a French word. Don't forget though, Celtic. The French, the Cornish, the Welsh, the Irish and the Scottish have a sort of combined history, don't they? And a sort of combined Celtic brethren speak Gaelic and things like that. So it might just be it's there as well as here, as well as there, as well as there. But you thought brogue was in vogue, and that's why. But I would suggest if broga is shoes, then brogues may well have come from there. What are they in French? Shoes? I can't remember. My French is shit. You think you've got the same size feet as Mrs. Tom? Saying that, I don't think mine would be too far away from my ex-wife, but that's not good, is it? That's not good. They're not heels. Yeah, you say that now. Esther, you thought so as well. It's a skidiow in Wales. Is that in Welsh? Sounds like you were skidding a bit too. Is that how it is? A skidiow? A skiddy eye. Sorry. Is that a skiddy eye? Is it? I can't remember fucking Welsh, honest. It's I, isn't it? A-U. A skiddy eye in Welsh. What's it like out there? Oh man, I've been a skiddy eyeing everywhere I have. Absolutely terrible. I went arse over tit, I did. Chasseur in French. Was chasseur. So it's not broga. Steve, you don't own a pair of shoes. You have a lovely pair of Timberland Peacemaker boots. Nice tan colour, of course. You don't need them. And I've got them because of the job that I do occasionally. I have to wear a suit. I've got three pair of shoes. One of which I haven't even worn yet. Because I bought them along with my new suit, just before lockdown. I've not had the opportunity nor the need to wear them. A 3-piece suit as well, and a pair of what are they? Monk shoes. The other one's little straps over. They look really nice. I haven't worn them though.
Piggly ding. Next.
Piggly ding next. Yeah, shoes in French is chasseur. Où est le chasseur? Le chasseur est dans le chieur. As well, you know. Breton and Normandy are Celtic. You had a record of a Breton band called Trian. Or Trian. Try and get older? No. Sorry.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed. Yeah, but they are. It's a bit strange as well because if you have a look at, I think I've seen used to be a site or an account on Twitter, Strange Maps, and one of them was the Celtic map, and it showed you that sort of north and northwest part of France, through Cornwall, through Wales, Isle of Man, whole of Ireland, and only the western side of Scotland, and they were all Celtic. Piggly Ding was loud, I know it was. Even I heard it. Show sewer. Right, show sewer. Sorry. Google Translate. Oh, here we go, yeah. So this Leo Don Drellen and Nid. Enough for the rent a nest. What does that mean? That sounds really poetic. Enough for the rent a nest. Is that you don't need any more than you've actually got? Is that what it means? Ali Alio up next. I haven't missed any other pink hands, have I? Nope. You are in there like a swimwear. There you go. And Google Translate, English to Irish, shoes comes out as broga. So I think we are looking at the fact that brogues come from Gaelic, Celtic, whatever languages. I think if it's that broga in Irish, it'll be the same in Scottish Gaelic and possibly Cornish. Well, there'll be variations anyway, won't there? Breton is also quite left-wing. Is that what, do you have a Breton sweater, haven't you? Is that the white with the fisherman's stripy things? Is that Breton? Cruyff should get an ASBO. It might be okay in Holland, but you can't go around doing that in the UK. Dropping a pair of board socks. You must have done that. Whenever you've been taking your shopping, your clean washing into the bedroom, and your socks are rolled up into a ball. If one of them drops on the floor, you do a Cruyff turn, smash it through the open doorway, and then run away, giving it one of them. I used to do it all the time. Did that confuse you? Chasseur sounds like chaussure. It did again slightly. How are we doing anyway, Barnes? I love our Johan Cruyff. He's brilliant. Did I tell you that I met him? I met him. I met him. He ruffled me hair. Shirt your orders in. Shirt them in, boys. The French does confuse. Oh, languages are all confusing me at the moment because I know so many of them. It is slightly weird. I've been doing okay with my Duolingo though. I'm not making anywhere near as many mistakes. But there are still some things that I just cannot get right in my head. But I will do. Did I meet Johan Naiskens? I think I did. I remember he played along with, it might have been at Groningen with Johnny Rep. Sure I met him. Wim van Hanegem. Pete Scrivers. Who else was there? There was quite a few of the World Cup squads. Because it was 1982 when we moved, so the 74 and 78 World Cup squads were still quite active. They were still playing. Sure I did. I know my dad did. He said he played against them. I think he also met him out in Los Angeles in 1980. He went to watch a game, one of the North American Soccer League games, and sure Nations was there as well. And now you've warmed up a bit after your hot chocolate, tea and coke, no ice though obviously. According to the poll, he's doing it to a lot of people. Everyone must have done that. If you dropped your socks on the floor, you do a Cruyff turn, and then you kick them through the door. I thought everyone did that. All males anyway. I used to look forward to dropping my socks on the floor so I could do this very move. Long time, it was a long time ago, but it was nice to see all those players, and it came at a perfect time when we lived there, because you had the 74 and 78 World Cup. The players were still pretty much playing, and so you had the likes of Cruyff was still playing. He was at Feyenoord, I think, for the last year, and then we had the likes of Van Basten, Gullit, Rijkaard, Farnenberg, Michel Falke, Simon Tahamata, all these youngish, skillful players that were playing in the league at the time. There was all them lot playing it as well. So you had a nice little mixture of the old and the new. It was great to see the end of some careers and then also see the start of some others. So I think we were in the right place at the right time. It was very nice. And there was also the likes of Dick Advocaat was there, and who else come over here? Gus Hiddink, I think he might have been playing around that time as well. Yeah, but it was great. Really enjoyed our time there, and I was lucky to see such fantastic players. The ones who should have been bigger than they were, though, was Gerald Farnenberg, who never really got the credit he deserved because he was in the same team as the likes of Van Basten, Rijkaard. Michel Falke at PSV was superb as well. Again, never mentioned, and he should have been. He was a great player. The Irish for trousers is Brister. I did not know that. Ali, any roast beef and Yorkshire pudding left over from lunch? Ali, have a look, have a check. Bit of Bisto. The Bisto fella, Michael, was talking about him, wasn't I, the other week? He was in a programme today. It was in the Two Ronnies was on this morning. He was in that. My dad played against him. Not Linda Bellingham, but the fella. Please. Dick Advocaat, natural yogurt. If you got Dick Advocaat, you need natural yogurt on it, definitely. Go and see a doctor. Fußball. Sorry, man. Sorry. Yeah, man, who did you growl at to be chucked outside? Bottle of Carver. Still searching for the money emoji. Get the Carver sorted. Didn't growl, you just forgot to say please. We can get away with that. It's the growling and being generally aggressive. We can't be doing with that. Are you listening, Ruby? Are you listening? Wind it in, girl. Don't be at it. Be good. For the love of Jeff, be good. That is a great cup of tea, by the way. I actually slept last night. Well, this morning, to be honest. After I dropped Jess off and came home and chilled for a little bit, me head hit the pillow and I was gone completely. It was marvellous. With a name like that, you'd never appeal to global market. Your name's your name now, man. There's been some fantastically bad names Fred Biscott over there. I loved him as well because he was playing professional football and he looked like he was 40 odd or 50 odd at the time. Proper bald with the monk side. It was just genius. I'm going to try and get a picture of him at some point. But where's the good old days of having players called Percy Threcklington and things like that? We missed that. There's not enough Percys, not enough Wilfs. Need more of that. And I don't class Wilfred Zaha because Wilfried is not the same as Wilfred. It's got to be a proper Wilfred. A Wilf. More Bert Postlethwaite's. Need more of them. Die Shouty, I'm not letting this drop. Well said, Jeffrey. TNS, man. Take no shit. Speaking of Jeff, it is Sunday. Three bastard in streets away. Three. Hang on. Shouldn't have started with that. Dara, blow this sandcastle down, I dare you. There you go, on Southport Beach. Three bastard in streets away. Three. Yes. Doesn't look happy with his wheelie bin. Mandy knows that feeling. Bloody bins. I am sick of this fucking wind. Look at him. He does not look happy. Even the fences are coming down there. Hoo-yah! Jeff's had enough. He doesn't like this. He's not having it. It does need to stop, doesn't it? Let's face it, we've had enough now. It was interesting. We watched Big Jet TV and all that. It needs to stop now. Just go back to normal. Just for a week or two. This is all my dad's fault, by the way. We had the gutters cleaned out early on. Sorry, last week it was. And he just said to me, can you do me a favour? Get your drone up at some point this week. Check all four corners to make sure everything's sound. The day he said that, Dara turned up. Charlie Charleston. Charlie Charleston. We need far more of them, definitely. Did you make a wish when you blew out your candles, Mandy? Did you? I mean, it must have took you long enough blowing all them out, so you'd have had loads of time to make up a really nice wish. What happened to Handsome Jeff? No idea. Leonardo.ai has been playing silly beggars. They all seem to be evil. I've even put in handsome and just nothing happens. I might start trying to do it in a different AI presentory thingy, programmy thing. Jeff having bin duty. He has to do it. No one else in the house will do it for him. Airliners, you live yesterday, followed by some Big Jet TV. Was it on Blue Sky? It would have been, wouldn't it? Someone put, to all the Americans out there, you might not be aware of this, but on stormy days, it's a British tradition to watch Big Jet TV or things like that, and watch planes trying to land at Heathrow while people geek out. And we do. It's boss. They are so skillful, those pilots. It's crazy. No cake, no candles, no wish. Ah. Ah. He's in your Insta feed. Handsome Jeff are we talking about, Louise? What's Handsome Jeff doing around and about? Been very entertaining. The planes must be. I mean, seriously, if you're a pilot and you have to take off knowing there's a chance that you're going to be landing in weather like that, does it make you more excited? Do you start to worry about it? Or do you just think to yourself, this is my job, I need to do this. Just get on with it. I would absolutely be shitting it. My arse would be giving it 5p, 10p, 5p, 10p, I tell you. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Mandy, happy birthday to you. La Brechon Dwe. What? Yeah, such skill from the pilots. The passengers must be full of soiled underwear, unless they're actually watching it live. Mind you, it won't be live with it because there's a delay. There's always a delay on those things in case something bad happens. Proper full-on trauma, definitely. Hugs for Mandy, definitely, definitely. It's normal for them. It must be, but at the same time, there must be something in the back of their mind thinking, right, get this 100% correct. Get it right. It's a shame you don't get a passenger view or a pilot view on big jet type channels. If they could, it would be amazing. I know you don't get the front facing view anymore, do you, on planes because of one particular flight which didn't end well. And everyone on there who was watching it on the TV managed to watch the last couple of seconds of their own lives. So they don't do that anymore. Don't think I'll be happy doing that. Don't panic, everything's under control. Fucking watching this live, man. Look, mountain. Move. You get 3 goals, then you can pick a new airport. But even if you're trying to land at Heathrow, pick another airport. Is it not going to be just as bad in East Midlands or Manchester? Is it not going to be? It will be, won't it? Will you have to move somewhere else? Paris? Amsterdam? Yeah, after 2 goals you'd be picking a new career. I think I would be as well. A flight from Vienna tried 3 times, couldn't land, turned around and went back. Where else would you land? I understand if it's like if it's foggy or there's a load of rain in one particular place, we can't land there, it's dangerous, we'll go somewhere else. But if the entire island is covered by a storm, what do you do? Someone into Heathrow the other day ended up in Frankfurt. I mean, when you look at it on a globe, it's not that far away, but Frankfurt to bloody Heathrow, that is still one hell of a journey. And that's Ryanair, that, isn't it? That kind of thing. I want to go to Heathrow. Here we are, all aboard. Welcome to Frankfurt. Lo brydda hwnna di. What lo brydda hwnna dit? What? These languages make no sense to me. It's cray-cray. Funny enough, the Ryanair pilots seem to be the best in bad conditions. Aren't Ryanair now, funnily enough, one of the biggest airlines in the world after the state-sponsored ones? I'm sure I've seen that somewhere. You don't become a massive airline if you are that shit. Ish. But of course they're bad in bad or good in bad conditions because they're used to flying to Ireland where this kind of weather would be a little bit more regular than the likes of, I don't know, Greece, I would think. Maybe it helps. In the same way that if you got a taxi driver who was Finnish or, you know, Swedish or something, he's going to be able to control the car quite well because they're used to driving in sheet ice. And Emirates A380 went to Frankfurt. What? That's a whole lot of people, isn't it, as well? Dublin's one of the windiest airports in the world. So, of course, you will need us. Hang on. Ali, oh. Oh, choice. Hang on. I need to stop that first. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Everything's going off here, man.
dit.
Right, here we go.
It's pronounced La Breha, Hana dit.
Hang on, I'll do that the right way around now.
It's pronounced. It's pronounced La Breha, Hana dit.
La Brecha Honna dit. There you go. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Bit of cool for cats there. English is so easy compared, don't it? Though, thought, about, enough, trough, bow. Yeah, through. It's English is probably the worst language in the world to learn, and the only people who say it isn't are fucking English. Well, I found it easy. You did because you live here. You were born here. That's why you found it easy. Having to learn it anywhere else, it's mecca no science. It's mecca no science. Leeds Bradford does a decent windy runway. Leeds Bradford windy runway. That's not that far away either, is it? From anywhere, to be honest. But is it big enough to have the big planes turning up there? Don't even think Liverpool is, to be honest with you. Manchester is, but what can you fit at Leeds Bradford? It's on a slope as well, is it? So it's all the more tricky. I'll have to start watching more of that. You've only ever seen it on spotters channels. Never take that into account, or I don't anyway. You know, just where you're landing's where you're landing, isn't it? It's just it's a strip somewhere, and then you look into it and you think, you know what? No, it isn't. There's so much more involved. I've seen loads of air crash investigation. I love watching them shows. Some of the airports, and you think they have to come over massive mountains, drop in, and there's side winds here and everywhere, and just mad. As you say, some of them are on an angle, some of them are sloped. Some you've only got one chance to get in there, and if not, ram it forward and take off and don't come back ever again. Kudos for you lot, yes. If you learn English, fair play to you. It is very difficult because of stupid things like words that look the same sounding completely different, words that look completely different sounding exactly the same. Mecca no science. Liverpool's had 747s. I haven't had a 748 for a while. A330 with Real Madrid last week. Made a great noise climbing out over mine. Why is it always mine? Sorry, playing up here. We're having a plane chat, aren't we? I remember the Beluga has been around Liverpool, hasn't it? And the massive, was it an Antonov? I seen one of them taking off from Liverpool. Thought this is not only is it not going to take off, this is going to sink the entire airport. And now just went by. Cray. A380s can only land at airports that have been redesigned to take the huge beast. I did see that on one of these programmes. That was the whole thing, wasn't it? They can land pretty much almost anywhere, but they then have to get off the runways, and that's where the problems come, because they're so wide, wingtip to wingtip, they can't actually fit them anywhere in the airport. So I had to redesign airports just to fit them. They are amazing though. Every time I watch loads of these things taking off, planes left, right and centre. Every time a 380 goes to take off. Unbelievable. Same with a 747, to be fair. Thomas, you had a nip of stout this evening. It's quite enough for you. A sugary root beer or ginger ale. Fancy a taste of ginger, eh? Jackie, hi. Where is she? Is our Jackie in? Is she? Where is she? Concorde used to go from Leeds on the Mach 2 trips. I did not know that. Ah, well. So it's not just a little airport. You can fit loads on there. Bloody hell. The Beluga's coming to Liverpool and it couldn't land in Chester Air. Yep, I have seen that a few times. That is a weird looking plane now. I'm not sure it looks like a Beluga, but it does, but it looks more like Vic and Bob when they did Lloyd Grossman on Master Chef, like his head on that day. Anyone else see the Raptors do the missing man formation at Pearl Harbor yesterday? Did not see that. I did not see that. Why didn't I see that? Just hell them on anything apart from Ruby to wind and neck in. You're listening, Rubes. Behave yourself. Stout looks like coffee because it's dark. And to be honest, it's also when you make stout. I suppose there's a lot of stuff in common with making coffee. So yeah, it does. Good stout's fantastic though. I like it. There's a near 60-year-old Propeller Antonov, fully enough in orange and blue colours, chugging between Istanbul and Dublin lately. 6 hours, hell of a racket overhead. I think I may have seen that on a video somewhere. Chugging, by the way, to all our friends in Scotland, it's not that. It means flying, right? Loudly. Loads of smoke coming out of it as well, I would have thought. Steve, you were on it but didn't see it. Oh man. Thomas, you got an audio book on Concorde by one of the former pilots. Mildly diverting stuff. Where did I divert to?
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
No, diverting. It's wasted on you lot, this. It's not in yet, just saying hi. If you mention her 3 times, she appears. With working in Ellesmere Port, you see the Beluga overhead a bit. The locals go up every time. Of course they do, they're in Ellesmere Port. If you say to them, excuse me, how do you get to the airport? No, alright. Shoe kick. Kick a shoe, yeah? What's chugging in Scotland? It is what men tend to do when left to their own devices. And I don't mean join the Pet Shop Boys. But they probably would. Talking of books, YouTube have Nigel Neil Planer reading most of the Discworld books. It's completely different things. Discworld books. I did listen to Small Gods the other day. It was good. Which was narrated by your very own Andy Serkis, who was brilliant. Bill Nighy, who was also brilliant, did the footnotes. And Peter Serafinowicz from Liverpool was deaf. And the turtle was Scouse. So Andy Serkis was doing a Scouse voice, while they had a Scouser on there doing a posh voice. Bizarre. But it was good. I liked it. I might listen to the Nigel Planer ones as I sit here when I work, listening to stuff all day long. It flew over Heathrow today, you believe? Ooh. His voice must lend itself quite well to Discord. Used to see them on the Reggers when you worked over there, going out over the North Sea. Amazing things to watch. I still can't get over them. Genuinely, when you see some of these proper big planes, they are fucking huge. It's like when you see that quite famous picture, which is a picture of the Titanic with a modern day cruise liner behind it, just so you can see like the size differences. One was called Titanic and it looks like a tugboat compared to these things nowadays. Floating cities. Planes are the same, aren't they? Yeah, we needed the clarification there. Yeah, it is very, very windy, but flying over Heathrow, not good. Still nowhere near windy enough to pick you up. I almost went base over Apex myself yesterday, though. And that was after it calmed down slightly. I went to Tesco, obviously. Opened the window, fuck's sake. Opened the car door to get me stuff out. And it took me Shit. 15 stone plus. And it almost took me. How's me maar en zaar sound like? Yeah, how's your ma? Flying in a wheelie bin. Loads of them flying around the last couple of days. Yeah, exactly. Helen swept you off your feet. Well said, Ms. Alison Bennett of Offaly. You haven't listened to any yet. You might get it. If you haven't got it, if there's a book that you haven't got in print, you might have a listen to it and let us know what it was like then. Let us know. If it's shite, let us know. If it's not, let us know. I will give it a bash. I mean, I'll give it a try. I liked it. I like it. I like stuff like that. I can't really sit here listening to music in case the phone goes, but an audio book, it's not that too intrusive where I can just quickly turn it off. I'm not listening to like Super Furry Animals, The Man Don't Give a Fuck, you know what I mean? Having that blasting in the background. So I've been hammering the Audible. Listening at the moment to Where is MH370? An Audible podcast which is really good. Talking about planes. That Blaine fella. I don't know if you've seen any of the Malaysia flight MH370 stuff. Nobody found any of it, and there's this hippie stoner dude from the west coast of America. Every time he goes out, he finds a chunk of the fucking plane. It's amazing. It's like he's carrying it around with him in his wallet. Have you looked over there? No one's looked over there. I'll just go over there now. Oh, look. I found 27 black boxes from the same plane. Bizarre.
Piggly ding. Next.
Piggly ding. Next. Yes, is Grandpa Ponder still in the story, Mandy? Is he still there? You got the full name. I thought it was worth your full name, Ali. I thought that deserved your full name, that one. As well as Ms. Beforehand. Ms. Alison Bennett. Well deserved. Hands up, anyone going to go behind the bar next? I cannot speak English. What is wrong with me? Apart from the obvious. Obviously. Anyone else fancy doing a shift? Put your hands up or forever hold your peace. No, not like that. Esther. Piggly ding back on. There you go. Get your orders in. Mandy, did you buy yourself anything nice for your birthday? Did you treat yourself? Oh, Grandpa Ponder has just decided to stay on an island in your current book. Not sure if he comes back. We shall soon find out, considering the fact that you are reading about 3 books a day. We shall find out. What happens after that, though? Mandy, what happens after that? When you've finished all those books, do you go back to the start, or are you then starting on someone else? Are you a completionist when it comes to things like that? I mean, I don't know. If Great TV suddenly got rid of MASH during the week, I would be lost. I would be absolutely lost. So I'm a completionist in that way myself as well. Keep on going round, or then move to something else. Ali-o. A bucket of hot chocolate for Ali-o as well. Buckets of hot chocolate. How many goos did you consume? You don't buy yourself birthday presents. Your family bought you loads of purple stuff into you. Just purple stuff. What you want for your birthday? Purple stuff. Doesn't matter what it is. Just purple stuff. Mandy's had no cake or visitors or candles or wishes. You deserve something nice soon. Buy yourself something. Yeah, a little sad to think of her alone in Storm Dara chugging Tia Maria. Filt. No goo either. You swap to yogurt. Natural yogurt? Question. Radical Tenor over on Twitch. Best viewers on. Yes, I think that's not an actual person. You had a speculoos goo yesterday. Speculoos goo is fantastic. There's 2 different types as well. Oh, there's one that you melt in the microwave for 30 seconds. Oh man. And there's a spongy one as well. Did you get loads of purple quality street sweets? You can buy just the purple ones, can't you? An entire bucket. A bucket. Is completionist the real word? It's one that gets used. I don't know if it's a real word or an amalgam, but completionist is something that does get used now. As for people who have to finish off whatever they're doing, whether it's collecting or watching something, are you a completionist? Have you had to buy every single version of a song? Or everyone's vinyl collectors are a completionist. I have to buy every album that was released on this label. Some absolute lunatics like that. Like. Chugging tea, Maria. Definitely a matron. You postponed family till today. You rather be safe indoors from the very, very wind. Exactly. Well said. Thinking about other people, not yourself. You're basically a saint, aren't you? Or did you open the door today in a mood going, right, where's me fucking prezzies? They better be purple. My order is being dispatched. Oh. Ali's loaded. By loaded, do you mean lots of money or like loaded? Like, oh mate, I've been on the air all day and fucking loaded. The wind or your wind, 2 different things. 2 different things. Right, well it is Sunday, isn't it?
But Kipper's Vindaloo can't be good for you.
Let's have a look in Kipper's Corner. Mother sues toy company Mattel over Barry Orn website printed on wicked doll packaging. A mother says her daughter accessed an adult website through a link on the packaging of a wicked doll and saw photographs that caused emotional distress. Toy giant Mattel is being sued by a mother who says her daughter accessed an adult website via a link on the packaging for a wicked doll. The company released dolls of characters played by British actress Cynthia Erivo and US singer Ariana Grande in the film version of the hit musical. But instead of featuring an address to the movie's website, a Barry Orn site featuring or sharing the name of the movie was mistakenly printed on the packaging. The mistake was spotted last month and the dolls were recalled on the 11th of November. A class action lawsuit has now been filed in federal court in Los Angeles. Yeah, I think I'd have checked the link, mate. I agree with Kippers. When you buy anything like that for kids and there's a link to something, check it out first, right? Don't just hand it over to the kid and there you go. Knock yourself out, because they will do. And emotional distress, come on. If you've had kids, you can't be getting distressed over what you see. Don't be stupid. Just tell them that they've made a mistake. No, I want $40 million because I saw things I shouldn't have seen. Bullshit. But yeah, anything like that, check them first. And also, if you're buying DVDs from places like CX or off eBay, watch them first. Make sure there's nothing dodgy, because people have a habit of putting DVDs in that the first 10 minutes is whatever you've bought and then the rest of it is just filth. That seems to be, that was loads of articles about that lately as well, wasn't it? Filth. And you will read your way through all the Terry Pratchett books, not just Discworld. Mandy the Completionist, there you go. That's exactly what it is. Even the younger audience ones. You only have one purple thing, Steve, and you haven't seen that for years. Ah. How do you know it's still there? Truckers, diggers and wings, etc, etc. Naughty kippers. No, he's right. Check these things out first. Don't just hand things over with, this is a link. And also, especially with the name Wicked Doll, I think that would be setting off things in my mind, thinking maybe this might be worth checking out just in case. You'd think so, wouldn't you? Yes, best viewers are already there. What's he on about? Radical. Totally radical, dude. If you had to watch Wicked, you'd sue as well. I would, yeah, for emotional distress. This is shite. Pratchett's books are good as well. The younger readers ones, just less the adult references. You don't need to have the adult references, so it's quality's quality, isn't it? Skill is skill. You don't. Just hope it's still there. Ah, Steve. Mrs. Tom is still singing Wicked songs. Apparently the Wicked book is a bit dark. Well, judging by the website, it's very, very dark. Fair play, Mrs. Tom. Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? Thinking of going to the pictures tomorrow to see Conclave. Speaking of films. I haven't been to pictures in years. Literally years. So 2017 might be the last time. Sat in a lazy boy recliner in this mad little pictures in Soho, or just off Soho. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that kind of thing. Watching Wonder Woman. Not the same. If it's not Linda Carter, I'm not interested. Beer. Please. Esther. Beer, please. Do you want to flake with that, love? Always got a flake with your beer. Thomas would like a long wait. How long? You're sick of it. She's got a grand voice, but the songs are annoying. Can you, I don't know, can you leave post-it notes around with different songs? Just in the hope that all of a sudden it kicks off into something different. Like a bit of Tom Waits. See if you can manage that. The gruff voice of Tom Waits. Is conclave a real word? It is indeed conclave. It is with a clave. Pint for Louise, pint. Proper pint. You can get a proper flake with that, wouldn't you? Look at that. As the old song went, give us a pint and put a head on it before I put a head on you. I miss those days in the pub. You bet Mrs. Tom is happy to sing them. Although saying that now, she says, you've got a great voice, we need to hear it. Get her singing something and send it in. Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? We need to hear you singing. You've got no clue what that is, Esther? She's just getting back at you. Campari. Isn't that an absolute banger? I must admit it is an absolute banger, but I am going to check now. I am going to check the stats. The Tony Campari conversation by the Tony Campari conversation has got 57 views. The Tony Campari conversation featuring Kenny Guatemala, All for the Love of the Game, has got 128 views. Therefore, the Pet Shop Boys are exceptionally popular. I must admit, I think I do like All for the Love of the Game. It has come out really well, that one. Carpet People, Good Omens and the Long Earth books, all good. Bruschetta, Lambretta, La Gazzetta. I did write the lyrics, but aren't they fantastic? I also put newspaper in there in a weird European voice because I thought it sounded good. Maldini, Mancini, Ancelotti. I love that. It is a boss tune. And also, Domande, Mani Grande, Il Calcio is question, big hands, football, which I thought summed up Tony. Antonio Campari Veruela. It is a banger. Go Lazio. It's not actually Go Lazio, you know. It's Golazzo, which means a really good goal. But yeah, because Gaza had signed for Lazio, everyone thought it was singing Go Lazio. But isn't that the best opening to anything ever? Seriously, there's nothing better than the Italian football on Channel 4, the opening to that. The music's great. The vision, all of it's super. James Richardson with an espresso, the newspaper, losing his hair week by week. Fantastic. The Weight by the band is a great song. I must have heard that. I'm not a fan of the band. I remember seeing a TV programme on great guitarists. Robbie Robertson was in there, and I'm looking at it thinking, I don't get this. I don't get why he's a great guitarist. Then Alden Lee, he came on as well. It's like, fucking hell, man, slow down. Just because you can play really quick doesn't mean you're playing well. And when Alvin Lee used to play, he used to do stupid faces. He wasn't in the band though. The Jolly Look of Santa Claus. Oh, man. Like I said in my video, my little update video, these songs are shite, but writing the lyrics is getting me back into writing them. It's getting me into the mindset of writing things again. So they are very useful to me. Even if they're not of any use to anyone else, they are useful to me. The Jolly Look of Santa Claus. Isn't that just, it's got a ring to it, that I think. The holly on the old front doors. Just, I could be in Tin Pan Alley with stuff like that, couldn't I? Never mind the moon in June and the balloon. The Jolly Look of Santa Claus. The holly on the old, or the big front doors. I'm basically a genius. I expect the Ivor Novello Award to come in at some point. The Weight is a great song. Yeah, it could be worse. Let it go. Let it go. Mr. Tom, give us a song. Mr. Tom, give us a song. We need to hear. Mr. Campari is struggling a bit on Blue Sky. Yeah, still active on Twitter, reeling them in. I found Blue Sky to be a little bit underwhelming to begin with, but now that a lot of the Twitter OGs are coming over, it's starting to feel a bit more the way Twitter used to. And I've gone back occasionally on Twitter to have a look at stuff when I went to get my archive, and it's getting worse and worse. Just the most vile people on earth being vile to each other now, because there's no one else there to have a go at. Disgusting behaviour. All for the Love of the Game sounds like it should be some tournament anthem. It should be, and especially with the Pet Shop Boys. Kenny Guatemala singing it. Go Lazzo. That's what the wife used to say. Aye, 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 aye. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Tea and Coke for Armandi, of course. Twitter is crumbling, it is, like an OXO cube. It's shit. When the right had the left to have a go at, they were loving it. Now that the left have left, it's just all right-wingers who are struggling to have a go at anyone, still having a go at each other. It's just fucking mental. No one's happy on there. And then Blue Sky's full of people who are just dead chilled and relaxed. For now, anyway. Eventually it'll go tits up, but you know. It's part of me thinking on Twitter, do you need to be proven right all the time? Do you need to have a go at someone every day to feel happy? Just fucking chill, man. But they won't. They never will. Do you want a bucket or a glass, Mandy? A bucket or a glass? A bucket, no ice. You just ignore the ice, right? Just ignore the ice. There's a bucket. A bucket of tea and Coke. No ice, no brolly. Yeah, still a bit windy. Did he still do brollies? I was watching Rise and Damp the other day, as oft I do, and he went into a pub where Alec Gilroy from Corrie was behind the bar, strangely. Roy Barraclough, wasn't it? And Rigsby asked for a large Mother's Ruin and a Slimline, which is a large gin and tonic. And he wanted a cherry, a maraschino cherry. And he wanted, remember the little plastic swords that used to have? A plastic sword. I mean, Nan used to have them. She had a little bar area in the house, my mum's mum. And there was always stuff on there. She always had one cal. She used to have gin and bitter lemon, one cal bitter lemon. There was always toothpicks and those little plastic straws. Little plastic swords. Fucking mad, man. It's cray-cray. In a good way. You still want Blue Sky to have that bit of stumbling upon cool things. That hasn't got round to it yet, but it is getting there. There's more and more cool, weird shit getting on there. You want an algorithm to realise you want to see my posts? Yeah, but I haven't got many followers, so it's digging me deep, I think. I had a few more on Twitter. But there you go. You have to go looking for them in a timeline. Bang out of order. How's me week looking? What's on the agenda? Work, Monday to Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday, cry. I am going to start trying to do a bit more of that vlog stuff. If I can do a full-on vlog, I would like to do that, but I just can't. I end up doing something fucking stupid and then have to end up with a song instead. So it might be a bit more of that. I need to try and get into the vlog side of it because it might be interesting. It looks interesting. I was watching a couple of good vlogs earlier on, and just they weren't doing anything, just sat in front of the camera talking. I can do that. Be interesting. Plastic monkeys and elephants that sat on the rim of the glass. Bloody hell, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Swizzle sticks. That was mentioned in MASH, funnily enough. A swizzle stick. Never heard that anywhere else in the world. No advocate half a dick. Ooh, matron. Used to see Roy Barraclough in the job centre. When was he looking for a job, or was he working there? Considering he had a fantastic career early, didn't he? Considering he was with Les Dawson in Sissy and Ada, and then appearing in Rise and Damp, and then in Corrie for a while. Just as childish as the barmaid, I don't know. Dick Advocaat. Natural yogurt. There you go. He's doing fucking requests now. What's up with him? Core memory unlocked. It is. That's a proper full on. I remember it's just all of a sudden being in there, being in my nan's house. Just have it in the corner of the room. There's this little bar area. My granddad and two of their friends used to play cards on a Friday night, I think it was. And then, being a youth, can you do the drinks for us? Yeah, of course. Back and forward to the little bar area, and then sit and watch them play cards. It was great. Lots of memories coming back there, Mandy. Thank you very much. But yeah, you heard little things. Used to hang on the side of the glass. Wow. And one cal. Does that still exist? Called because it had 1 calorie in it. So you haven't got back to your knitting. You've been too busy reading, haven't you? Before Corrie, all right. Was he doing anything in between Les Dawson and Corrie, you know? Sure he was in... Was he in Yes Minister or Yes Prime Minister? I'm losing the plot, and I'm sure he was. Bitter lemon. Gin and bitter lemon. A proper 70s drink, that, isn't it? Jackie Lewis, what about you? How are you doing? You alright? I'm not doing my adverts. I forgot my adverts, didn't I? Oh, well, of course. Bermos. Because you're probably worth it. Probably worth it. I need to do more adverts. They bring in the Dwayne Eddies. Not so you'd notice, so you're not doing a lot of knitting anyway. Jackie has entered the room. She has. Happy belated birthday, Mandy. Happy, yes. Belated, yes. Birthday, yes. Correct on all 3 counts. Well done, Jackie. How are you? How was the storm? Have you managed to be alright? Not ruined your garden or anything? Is everyone alright over there? Are we all okay? In Northern Iron. Bloody, mind you, used to it there, aren't you? It's fucking windy. It's storm. Oh, catch yourself on. It's just fucking windy. You've been laid up from Friday with a stomach bug. Oh. What's caused that? Yeah, fingers crossed you feel better soon. Stomach bugs are horrible. You can't really get rid of them, can you, until they decide it's time to go. You're gonna leave your knitting until the new year, just enjoying your books and that. You didn't shite yourself, did you? You've had some food today. Did it stay down? Have you managed to keep that in? Because yeah, that's always a good sign. If you can keep food in you, you're halfway there, like Bon Jovi. Whoa, whoa, Western Superman. Have you been watching the storm from your sick bed? Oh, looking out into the garden, seeing your bush getting disturbed. Oh, sorry, bushes. Just misread that slightly. Seems to be a virus going round. There is loads of people seem to be a little bit ill at the moment. Don't know what he was doing, but he was a regular in Oldham Job Centre. Ah, maybe he was hanging around. It was for a role. Is that what it was? He was going deep undercover, working for a role, method acting. He wasn't in there. It wasn't in bread, was he? Trying to find out what was going on. I'm stopping you, Zoel. Safari Saguri, fingers crossed, been taking anti-sickness tablets. Ah well, hopefully that's it then, over and done with. Through the worst of it. Storm was wild. It was wild, wasn't it? But is everything okay though, apart from that? Apart from your bushes being knocked over and you shitting besto, is everything alright? You're okay? You're reading the real books. Can't read and knit at the same time, you've only got 2 hands. True that. It's where audiobooks come in handy. You can listen, you can relax, and you can learn to juggle at the same time. Sending hugs, but be careful if you're sending hugs, because if it's infectious, we'll all have it. But yeah, hugs. Helen's smitten. Helen is knitting small Santa hats for the girls in their office, so she can put a mint chocolate orange in them. Oh, go ahead. Now you are talking. You've got one of those, have you? No chocolate orange yet, but a blue and white bobble hat cover for one, waiting to be filled. Well, if you've been really good boy this year, Thomas, maybe. I haven't had one of them in years. I want one. I want a chocolate orange. I also want mint matchmakers, because it reminds me of Christmas. I never have them any other time of the year. But then I just sit on the sofa watching Ice Cold and Alex going, because I'm a PRG pig. You were feeling out of sorts from Wednesday, but decided to balk over yourself Friday morning. talk about feeling like a child. Ah, but you don't know, do you? If you're not feeling well, I might be all right in a day or two, and in a day or two, you start acting like the Exorcist. Oh man, might have been getting the accent down in Oldham. He could have been. I might see. Might have been. Where's he from originally? I had no idea. I've been talking about him like I know him, and then no bleeding idea. Preston, he was from. All right. So it's not that far away, is it? And he died in Ashton-under-Lyne. Resting places, Hollingwood Cemetery, Oldham. So he must have liked the place. Ah. What else was he in? Let's have a look. The Lovers, right? Lovers, that was Pauline Wilcox, wasn't it? And Richard Beckinsale. Sure it was, wasn't it? Rise and Damp. Georgia Mildred, he was in that as well. It was Paula Wilcox, sorry, Richard Beckinsale. Yeah, when she used to call him, Jeffrey Bubbles Bonbon and Percy Filth. Remember that? Stop talking about Percy Filth. Which he still gets called in this house. Oh, always up to Percy Filth. Oh, hang on, what's that?
It's going up, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. It's there.
Oh, 29. What? Sorry, I was reading about Alec Gilroy, Roy Barraclough. Smegging. After eight as well, yeah. Smegging made up swear word from Red Dwarf. And you see, this is what annoys the life out of me. You can buy Smeg appliances, Smeg fridges, and there's a red one. Why can't you buy a Red Dwarf Smeg fridge? Why haven't the other Red Dwarf characters advertising them? That should be massive. Open it, this is Smeg and freezing. Have a look on the Smeg and fridge, what is there? Milk, cheese and wine. Why is it always wine? Next. Who's next? Throw your hands in the air. Who's up next? Hands in the air. Mandy, were you able to keep the electric going with the storm? No problem whatsoever. It's been done by an actual pro now for show. Yeah, Steve, smashing it up to your age, 29. Probably claiming in Preston as well. Horrible sods. Here, there and everywhere. It was South and West Wales that lost power. What did Richard Beckinsale off? What did he die of? Heart problem, I think it was, wasn't it? At the age of 30, 31, 32, 33, early 30s. Poor sod, he was a fantastic actor. You can always tell a good actor when they don't even look at the trying whatsoever. Ali, you were the next hand up. Piggly Ding has been set. Where is Smeg from? Germany or Scandinavia? Well, it's certainly not here. Smeg appliances. Smeg UK, what? It's Italian. If you put Smeg into Google, it comes up with Smeg appliances on Wikipedia. This article is about the Italian manufacturer of home appliances for use of Smeg in the TV series Red Dwarf. See Red Dwarf. Yes. So it comes from Smalterie Metallurgische Emiliana Gostaya. which is a million Gustala Metallurgical Enamelling Works. All right. And it's an upmarket home appliance manufacturer. Smeg. So it's Italian, man. Starbug is and was up for auction. If the latter would have come in, I'd have bought that. It is very expensive, but a great design. Just had a couple of Cadbury chocolate buttons, the nicest chocolate I've had in years. Cadbury's buttons are always nice, because they're thin, that's why. What is Schmeg? It is a maker of fridges, and also the sign that a man is not particularly hygienic in the trouser department. Probably where you got your stomach problems from. But seriously, one of those big red Smeg fridges, I'd buy one if I had the money and the house and electric. I'd buy one and have it sort of painted to make it look like the Red Dwarf ship. Get it signed by Craig Charles. Craig, you sign me fridge, mate. Feck off, you're loaded. I wish. I'm not. I'm not loaded at all. I'm a poor civil servant. We're never loaded. Jesus, Meg. Jesus, Meg, yeah. It's not healthy. Not good for you. Just wash it, man. Anyway, yeah, it's that. Anyway, it is Sunday. Time for some Horace's haiku. It's windy outside. I have a new trampoline. I didn't buy it. Many people will have free trampolines this week, as they tend to blow away into someone else's country. And, you know, where they land, that's where they live. Everyone in the country should have a trampoline. You only get rubbish. Maybe next time you'll wake up to a trampoline, like everyone else. Not easy to wash when you can't see it. This like your best guess, is it? Get the car shut out, Steve. Go on, get the car shut out. Or get a small Puerto Rican boy to come in and do it for you. You know, like the MPs do. Red Smeg would go great with me thermos. In fact, you know what? That could be quite Red Dwarfish, couldn't it? I could turn that into a... No, I couldn't. Stop talking about that. As long as you can feel it, you don't need to see it. Which will be written on Jackie's gravestone. Motto to live by. Horace, think of the kid who lost it. It's alright, see what happens is... house number 10 blows into house number 12. House number 8 blows into house number 10. 6 into 8, etc, etc. Until you go to the next street. At which point they're all scumbags over there, so they don't deserve it anyway. Roll on Wednesday night. Fat Club. Oh, you're going to go in there. Smash the doors open like you're walking into a Western saloon. Someone's going to stop playing piano. You're going to bounce in there. Right, weigh me now. Where's me 12 stone sticker? How have you managed that? How have you managed that? I have shit myself thin. Did you knit yourself a heart, man? Oh, that's a barb, that isn't it? That's a barb. Correct. Looking forward to it. Absolutely. That's like bouncing in there and putting down 2 aces. Pocket rockets, there you go. Top of the class. Jackie's been shiting and puking like a Catherine wheel going off. Can't wait to get to Chub Club and win loser of the week. No pain, no gain. That's what it is, isn't it? If I've had to suffer from this, I want something for it. I want me sticker. No shite, just balking. Not good though either way, is it? But, as they say, what don't kill you make you stronger. Which is a load of bollocks. It doesn't make you stronger at all. Oh, hang on. Actual Starbug. What? The actual Starbug from Series 1. The actual Starbug. Did it sell? Estimate is £3,000 to £5,000. Oh man. I want it. I've got nowhere to put it. How big's it? Fucking hell. That's huge. Right. Next to an AA van. Look at the size of that bastard. Oh man. Should we buy it? I want it. I want us. I want us. On a positive, you haven't been running to the loo. There's been nothing in there, that's why, isn't it? Owning a trampoline isn't all it's cracked up to be, but like anything has its ups and downs.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed, very poor. I like that one. A dad joke. We like a dad joke. Is it a Mercedes? No, because it's working. Although it is behind an AA wagon there, isn't it? So that's boss. Oh man, when's it due up? Auction date is the 14th of December. I have got a week. Well, just under a week to win the lottery and buy Starbug. Imagine that. Imagine buying that and doing a live from Starbug. Has it got an interior? Or is it just the exterior? Can you get in it? Oh man. It could be a studio if I can fit inside it. If you could fit inside that, I would buy it and stick it outside. I don't give a shite. That'd be boss. I'd love that. Get a dry ice machine. And then see if I could buy a Crichton doll. Oh man, I want it. You see, Jackie, if I was loaded, that would now currently be outside my house. One of my many houses, but it's not. Because I'm fucking skint. So, carry on watching me videos. Especially those that are monetised, because, you know, Dwayne's. What is it? It is Starbug Red Dwarf, which is a sitcom set in space. It's not a sci-fi sitcom, it's not a space sitcom. It is a sitcom set in space. Starbug is one of the spacey machines. Spaceships. I want one. Jackie, how are the rebs? If I win the lottery, you can get a full size one made. Oh man, don't be saying that. I'd have to buy a farm, wouldn't I? A 6 billion acre farm, just for shite on it. Stop buying electronic shite. I was talking earlier on about trading in this. Not that. I like that. It's a really nice little pancake lens. And maybe buying another camera. The Sony A7S II, I think it was. Because it's a full frame. Looks gorgeous. But I'm not going to because, you know, I need other stuff doing at the moment. Dry ice, very 70s. You can buy little smoke machines, you know, off Amazon. And Yolanzi do a great one. And it's about, I don't know, I haven't got anything to hand. Oh, maybe I have. No, I haven't. They're not big. It's a little tiny thing. What you put, it's like a vape pen that you put in there, and when you set it off, it sends out loads of the smoke, and it's boss. You can make the room look a little bit hazy. So if you're filming stuff, it looks atmospheric. But a proper dry ice machine, Starbug, I'd love a set. I mean, I know it is, it's a sort of set of sorts, isn't it? You know what to expect when you start the stream. I'm going to look a little bit like this, but I'd love an actual set on its own, you know, where I could just leave everything plugged in perfectly. Everything can be not used for anything else. Loads of space. I love it. I wouldn't use the Canon. Not yet, anyway. Yet. Did I hurt after shouting Europe? Bubble machines are more fun. But can you get little bubble machines, not those massive ones? Your back hurts as well. Oh. Bit of purple haze. Or not green haze, as we call it in the trade. Yes, I'd have to hoover if I let the Canon off. I do hoover anyway, you cheeky sod. In not unrelated news, I need to hoover. I do actually, and also I need to polish. I haven't polished this weekend. I normally try and keep on top of it during the weekend. At the weekend, just have a quick zhuzh round. I haven't. But I will. I'll hoover this week. I can do that tomorrow, actually. I'll hoover tomorrow. Nothing worse than fatty ribs. Definitely not. Overly expensive. You're not getting any meat. Bang out of odour. First time I was coming home from work, pulled car over, bulked into a scarf. You were embarrassed to get out. Don't be embarrassed about stuff like that. It happens. That's the unfortunate problem about being a human. Things happen to us. If I bought Starbug, I could fire the glitter cannon. If there'd be a camera pointing at me, pointing at Starbug, and glitter cannons going off left, right, and bleeding centre, I would love that. Doesn't he have a good German brand vacuum? We do. Sebo. And also the little Vax handheld stick thing that you can also get underneath the desk into the nooks and crannies, which is really good. Good quality chisel. The way I am with cameras, I'd be exactly the same. If I bought a house after winning the lottery, it'd be full of proper expensive gear as well. Smeg fridges and Cebu vacuum cleaners in every room. There'd be a proper top class hoover. I'm hoovering anyway, set the Canon off. Nah. Because it'll go into all kinds of stuff, including my work computers. We can't be doing that. Can't be getting a bollocking for that. Always mentioning the name, probably a sponsor. If it was, you'd know about it. You would know about it. If anyone's looking, we do need a sponsor on the channel. Because we're worth it. Thermos. Just saying. Anyone want anything, says Ali. I want to live in a world of peace and harmony where man can love his fellow man without worrying about it. Yeah, go on. Have a pint. A pint of tea. I'm sure the the Monday bin collection's not on anymore. It's the garden one. Why is there a noise? Oh, mind you, it might be windy, mightn't it? You'll say, why is there a sound of wheelie bins? But it's not that windy. It's supposed to be going all right overnight. Should let the glitter cannon off in the wind. No clearing up. Outside, man. Sod the thermos. Get the hot tub sponsorship. Dobby's down the road does hot tubs. There's a big sign outside. I'm going to get a picture of it. And get a picture of hot tubs and then see if we can put it on here and get them to sponsor us. L'Oreal. Oh, no. Worth more than that. Thermos. Because I'm worth it. This is way better. Good cup of tea, that. Dolphin friendly Earl Grey. Almond milk. 1 sweetener. Where did you see the Starbug? Where was it? Insta-reel, was it? Oh man, I like that. Tuesday, Euro Millions. 612 millions in the bank by Starbug. By a farm down the road. Just turn it into a proper full-on South Fork in Southport. Southport? No. I'd love just a separate room, a big separate room with just for cameras and studio shit. I'd love that. Much is it on Insta Reels? There's some weird reels lately, isn't there? Some very, very weird reels. Hot tubs are the most unhygienic thing in the world. You might have to clean them every week. Disgusting they are, aren't they? Sex ponds, as they're known. Vile. Want world peace and a big ass house. You never know. I think you've got more chance of getting a big ass house than you have got a world peace at the moment, but you never know. Although, watch this space. The peasants are revolting. Assad has been binned, hasn't he, in Syria? He's had to run to Russia to escape. When he gets there, Putin is going to go, oh, no. Me no likey. Because no matter how much of a badass dictator you are, when millions of people that live in your country don't want to put up with that shit, they won't. How much do you pay him, Steve? How much do you pay him to sort out the sex pond? It's not good, is it? To be honest. Hot water with, I don't know, organic material in it. Us. And then left to go cold and heat it up. It's just going to be chock full of disease. Apparently fake tan can block the filters. So definitely no good in Liverpool. Have you been to Tantastic this week? Been to Tenerife? You're not getting in the sex pond. You're going to ruin it. It's mad, isn't it? So I don't think I'd want a hot tub anyway. Even if I won loads of money. Don't think I could do that. I don't think it'd be too bad if we were in like the Arctic Circle or Norway or Sweden or somewhere. Finland. Have one outside. Get someone to come in and clean it every week, but just to sit outside in the freezing cold while being warm. I wouldn't mind that. But it's his hot tub and his holiday cottage, lad. Well, no wonder then. People go to places like that and just misbehave, don't they? Don't clean it after themselves. Get up to absolutely no good. I want to go to that place that Mortimer and Whitehouse went to up in Scotland. What was the name of that? They went somewhere where they had this gorgeous place to themselves, and it was just on the shores of Loch somewhere. Amazing, man. You never know, this could be the week. Starbuck could be the sign that this is the week. This is the week that was. I can afford that. Actually, I'm not sure about that one. That seemed really expensive, that place. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Plus, I can't afford physically to drive anywhere. That's the ball ache. I thought I was doing all right, but I've been absolutely wasted. Wasted. I need to practice more. I need to get out and drive a bit more. But I can't go too far without it ruining me. How are your fare babies? Jacqueline. It's only £3,000 to £5,000. Yes, but if I had that spare, I'd be buying a different car, I think. Or a van. One that I could drive around with and do filmy stuff. When I say filmy stuff, I mean like YouTube filmy stuff, not mad. What the? I'd also buy myself a new chair. This is shite. That might be next on the list, actually. Yeah, it probably would be different if it was your own. People just do not care at all on holiday. Someone else will come and sort it out. Fair babies are fed up. They've been stuck in bed with you for days. Oh. Sounds horrible, that. You'll soon be back to 100%, won't you? And they'll be alright as well. So, yeah. These things happen. These things happen. That is the estimate. It could go for more than that. It could do. Could do. Red Dwarf's starting to become a lot more popular as well, thanks to a lot of YouTubers doing watch-alongs. Lots of American reactors are suddenly discovering Red Dwarf and finding it to be exceptionally funny. So you never know, there might be a bit more interest in things like that. You never know. You never know. Cozy though, a bit of a plus it is. Cozy, being surrounded by fur babies. If you're not well, you need to rest. You do. Absolutely. Steve-O, you're looking at holiday cottages in Lancashire yesterday. Most of them are up towards Morecambe and the Kirby's, Kirby Stephen, Kirby Lonsdale, etc. Yeah, because where you are up there, you're really handy for the Lake District, Forest of Bowland, Yorkshire Dales, all very, very close from there. Like, 15, 20-minute drives. Nice though, that whole place, the whole northwest is lovely. Never again, it's another place that never gets the attention or credit it deserves, and it should do. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Don't puke on them, don't puke. Got to buy a Scooby-Doo mobile first. I have to. Definitely. One that I can drive around in. Little bed in the back, little kettle. Somewhere to edit videos. Somewhere to put the cameras, somewhere to charge them up. That would be ideal. Although it seems to be loads of these councils are getting more and more pissy with people parking up places. There's lots of peas going on there, wasn't there? Peter Piper picking peppers. Yeah, councils are getting really arsey about it. You're not allowed to park there. Why not? We don't want it. No, that's what you want, mate. You had your bucket. You're not puking on me, you had the bucket. Good. Oh, when you were shivering cold to the bone, they were like little hot water bottles. Oh, lovely. Yep, Steve, you're going on holidays, you're going to buy one. Is that what you're planning to do? That's a hell of a shift, isn't it? Norfolk to Lancashire, that's a drive, mate, that really is. Mind you, you went up to Northumberland, didn't you? Sure, that's a drive as well. Might have got the wrong stuff. We don't know. We don't know. You could be fantastically minted and just not telling us. Maybe ruby is so called because you own a ruby mine in South Africa. There you go. That's why it's ruby. Steve's minted, by the way. Look at him. Animals do feel it when they're not well. They do. In fact, haven't they been used for medical purposes? Animals. They can sort of sense when someone's got things that maybe a doctor can't discover. And then if the animals start showing certain behaviours, the doctors know to send you off to a specialist to get checked out. Sure, I've seen a programme on that. I know there was a dog, wasn't it, in an old folks' home, and whoever the dog went and sat with would last about 3 or 4 days and they'd be gone. It's like the dog knew and would go and sit with him and keep him company until their time had come, which is lovely. Oh, dogs come over. Shite. Don't bother putting your lotto on for next week, you know, that kind of thing. But do you know these animals? Do you do? Morecambe's shite now. It's full of junkies. It used to be lovely. Yeah, I feel sorry for. There's loads of places like that. Loads of. I'm definitely going to do a video on it. The British seaside town. Some lovely places are being ruined by the fact that there's no investment and it's been taken over by, as you say, junkies, knobheads, ruining it. It's a shame. Because even now, it's still. I think I've seen Henry Turner doing a bit of a walk around Morecambe because he lives there, and it still looks nice. There's still some of that Victorian seaside era thing going on. Still some Art Deco. There's an Art Deco hotel there, isn't there? So it still looks quite nice, but just being ruined by the people. Get more investment into these places. Clean it up. Clean the people up. And it'll be nice again. Service dogs for people with seizures. Oh. Tyson Fury lives in Morecambe. Speaks volumes. There are alert dogs. Most dogs are alert to something, so they're handy to have around, aren't they? Yeah, dogs can smell cancer. That's probably what I've seen. They can smell diseases. They can't they? Which doctors are brilliant at what they do, but they just haven't got that same sixth sense that animals have. They can tell these things, and if you get there early enough, it can help. Amazing. Amazing the human body, and amazing what animals can do. Weird though, isn't it? I mean, let's be honest, it is weird. Snout, yep. So many thousands or millions of times more sensors within the nose. Amazing. Dogs to help people with PTSD, is that? Post-traumatic stress disorder or syndrome. Yep. They're great. Animals are brilliant for stuff like that. And I know there's been research done into blood pressure. People with any kind of blood pressure problems, you can test them all day long and it'll always be high. Let them stroke a dog for 5 minutes and it comes right down. So there must be something about that. Having animals around you lowers your blood pressure. If you're struggling, unless it's Ruby, of course, who's winding you up, but you know, they're great for stuff like that. I think diabetic problems as well. There you go. Not just cancer, low blood sugar, lots of similar stuff.
Piggly ding. Next.
Piggly ding. Next. Anyone else fancy a shift? Hand in the air. Yeah, it's amazing though. Absolutely amazing stuff like that. Bizarre, really is. You couldn't write something like that. What a great idea for a story. There's a dog that can smell cancer. You're not going to sell that. No, don't need to. It's actually right. On the prom, yep. Like Blackpool, if you dig a bit deeper, not good. Nice on the surface, but there's an underbelly. It's a shame, because it does look nice. And that hotel looks fantastic. Proper Art Deco. But again, I live in Southport. I've been here for 33 years. It's the same kind of thing. The prom, all the old buildings look fantastic. The Prince of Wales Hotel, all that stuff looks stunning. But there's under investment, and there shouldn't be. Where we are, it's a fairly rich area. There's loads of footballers here. Probably loads of tax money going in left, right, and centre. Stop spending it on shit. Look after the place. Sort the roads out. I was talking to Jess about it today. Oh, that's me. I'm having that one. The reason why it doesn't look as nice as it used to, or not as nice as it should do, because of the chronic underinvestment. We went past a whole row of shops. They're rebuilding something in Southport. It's going to look lovely when they're done. But next to it, there's a row of shops. There's a Sue Ryder shop and a couple of other bits and pieces, but most of them are empty. And all the ironwork outside, which looks like Paris, is all flaking. Like, just go and paint the ironwork so it looks cleaner. All the empty shops, give them rent free. Just say to people, if you sell records in a market, go and do it in a shop instead. If you've got a cafe, do it in there. Just it'll be rent free for a year. See if you can build up some kind of business. Just do that. Because get everywhere busy. So at least it looks like it's a more thriving town. It's not going to take much, is it, really? And if you, well, we're not getting any rent, or we're not getting any council tax. You're not now anyway, because there's nobody in there. Whereas if there's people in there making a bit of money, at least we get some tax money back off them, and you never know. The area might start getting a bit better. Just paint the fucking place as well. The ironwork down Lord Street in Southport looks amazing, but minty. Just get someone. Go and get people in jail. Pay your debt to society. Come and paint all this, and you'll earn remission. Yeah, it's not difficult, is it? Llandudno prom got battered yesterday. My mum was saying it was on the news or something, wasn't it? Just looks like it got smashed to bits. Oh, it's a shame. The pier looked like there was issues there. I love Llandudno. Go Nick. Go Nick. That's right. Explosion in The Hague. Special dogs searching in the rubble for people. Yep. A lot of town centres look neglected. They are. I mean, it doesn't help with the fact that you can just sit here, order what you feel like on your phone, and it'll get delivered the following day by Amazon. But, you know, there's no reason for people to go into towns anymore. That's why there should be. Give people a reason to go shopping, or to at least head into town. Things like, again, talking about it earlier, there was places like Quiggins in Liverpool, which is an entire massive, huge, not a department store, but an old Victorian-y shop place. And as you walked in, it was full of little stalls, loads of goth stuff, little record shops, homemade clothing, art. So the place was like an Aladdin's cave of weirdness. All the goths used to go in there. Not many indie kids were in there, but you'd go in and have a look around and pick up some bargains music-wise. But just seeing all the art, it's like a jumble. There's a place in Rill, no, it might not have been Rill. Llandudno it might have been. There's one place there as well. Similar kind of things. Have places like that, and just say to people, if you sell something, if you make jewellery, instead of selling it on Etsy, or you can do it on Etsy, but also just come and sell in here of a weekend as well. Try and get back to dealing with people face to face. Don't just sit there on your phone ordering stuff. Go and speak to people. Go and see what it looks like. Go and try it on. And while you're there, have you seen something else you like? Pick it up. Yes, Mandy, I will send you the video that Steve sent as well. It shows you the weather near him. Considering you said it was all right where you were, there's no guarantee you're getting away with it, is it? When the weather decides to be horrible, it'll be horrible. You haven't been there since you were a kid. Fond memories. Llandudno, it's a fantastic place. Although me and the ex used to go there, so it's tainted slightly now, isn't it? Have I been to the HMS Prince of Wales yet? I haven't. Is that in Liverpool at the moment? I haven't been into Liverpool for, beards now, mate. I wonder if you can see it from our work. We're only on floor 5, so I think you need to be on floor 7 or 8 to see that. Unfortunately. Oh. Llandudno Pier boss says it'll be a miracle if historic attraction survives storm, Dara. Oh man. It's horrible. That's fucking horrible, that, mate. It really is. Oh, I've been there as well, man. Look at that. Oh, it's lovely as well, that place. I hate that. But there's nothing you can do, it's nature. But there should be at least looking after these things. If it gets battered by the storm, there should be public money available to look after these things. These are proper historical buildings. It's in, right, so I might, if I can head down, I might do. If not, go as far as Formby when it's leaving, and then probably be able to see it from there. Because it's not that far away. I didn't realise, when I go out here now, because there's roadworks, temporary traffic lights again, I have to go through the little estate to bypass them all. On the way back the other night, the first time I'd driven down there during the night, you can see the big cranes in Seaforth, just along there, because there's nothing between us. Just farmers' fields, it's quite low. You can see the big cranes. Much closer than I realised. It's weird. Weird. You prefer Conwy to Llandudno? I haven't been to Conwy for a long, long time. There's loads of that North Wales coast I haven't been to. Mad. Prestatyn, I've been there for a long time either. Used to go to all of them. If you've not been, North Wales is very pretty. I need to go back, man. That pissed me off so much when I came and seen you on the way back. Thought it was just constant rain, and looking back behind me and seeing the that would have been Snowdonia, wouldn't it? That would have been Aruri behind me. That was just, it looked stunning, but it was too late to turn around and go back. Such a shame. Couldn't see any of it because the rain was so bad. And on the way back, just seeing it in the rear view mirror, lit up in the background. Beautiful. Go if you can. Go if you can. Do I let the public on board for a look? Oh man. I've not managed to do that. I've been on a Canadian submarine. That was with the school. That was when I was 15, I think that would have been. 1988, on a Canadian submarine. So that would have been a chance at the time that the Cold War was still going on. It could have been used. That was mad. And I was big back then. Not big, but tall big. That is not a place to be 6'4", or a smidge under 6'2" even. Fucking submarines, man. Conwy has loads more to see and do. Prestatyn is clicky as fuck. Is this a real versus Prestatyn thing, is it? Don't fucking like him. I don't like him, I don't. Come around here thinking they're better than everyone. They're not. They're fucking not, I'm telling you. Not having it, not having it. They don't talk anything like that in North Wales. Don't talk like that anywhere in Wales. Not been for ages. We're on December now, aren't we? So it'll be spring before we know it. Ridling Castle. I'm going to go to Ridling Castle. Definitely. I'm going to go and check it out, man. You Funk Soul Brothers. And Dizeth Falls, and also Denoric Falls if I can. That's a hell of a walk. That's about an extra half hour long though, isn't it? Towards Carnarvon, is it? Oh, I don't know. I'll check it. I'll see. You can see Snowdonia from there on a clear day. It's huge, that's why. Lovely to see as well. You can see it from Formby. Southport you can't because the coast zhuzhes round to the left. But if you go towards Formby where it sticks out, Formby Point, you can see North Wales, you can see Snowdonia, Erury there. You can see Liverpool to your left. You can look to your right and see Southport, see Blackpool. You can also see the Lake District all at once. Well, Marty Feldman would be able to see all at once, but you know what I mean. But it's mad just standing there on the beach and being able to see the Lake District, North Wales, Liverpool, Blackpool, Southport all within, just doing that. Mad. But it's not, we're not nowhere that far away, is it really, in the UK? Everyone okay for a drink? Plus, if you're quite high up in Manchester, Greater Manchester, you can see loads, can't you? I suppose you should be able to see Lake District or somewhere from there as well. Just look around, man. See all kinds of stuff. It's as if, I don't know, the globe is round. If you're not from Prestatyn, don't expect a welcome. So there won't be a welcome in the hillside. But don't you know, I'm Scouse. Wherever we go, we're the highest form of life anyway. You must have known that living in Liverpool. That's the attitude they give off. Just go to Prestatyn. What are you looking at, lad? What are you looking at? Never seen a decent pair of fucking trainees, have you, lad? Eh? We had a family holiday in '85 down near Portsmouth. USS Iowa, a huge battleship was in the harbour. You were allowed on board. I've seen the USS Iowa, not personally, but I've actually seen it on something. It looked fucking huge, man. And we're in Pompey. You can see it as well, can you, Mandy, from your back garden? Considering it's just like there. Neville Southall will be able to hit Mount Snowdon with a goal kick from where you are. 80 odd miles, but it's there. It looks gorgeous, I must admit. I love stuff like that. We need more mountains in the UK. Can we order some more in? And it's not as though they're small, but they're not. Obviously, they're not Mount Everest size, are they? They're not Alps. They're not the Dodecanese. They're not anything like that. They're not massive, but big enough. But I do. I really like mountains and changing terrain. When you live at sea level and you're here all the time, it's not the same. You need to go up a little bit. Go and have a different viewpoint. Does sound good, that, doesn't it? The closest I've been to that, I didn't realise I'd been to it as well, was, I think I've mentioned this, haven't I? I was on the Norland and the North Star ferries, North Sea Ferry. They had two of them, the Norland and the North Star, and I think both of them were used in the Falklands as troop ships. That's the nearest to a proper troop ship I've been on, unfortunately. And when we were on them, they weren't painted grey. I don't even think they were back then. That must have been weird, that. Being a North Sea ferry going all the way down the South Atlantic. Jeez. Imagine the North Sea is rough as arseholes, isn't it? Mandy, do you live near Barnsley? North Wales, man. North Wales in the area. Representing. Lives near Snowdon, she does. Or Irwyddfa, as she likes to call it. Which is in the middle of Erury, or Snowdonia, as we like to call it. Yep. Basically, what happens is, Mandy's back garden is Snowdonia. It's there. You can see it. You can't fucking miss it, really, to be honest with you. Quite a view, has to be said. It is. What do you mean not quite? It is. It's there. All right. There's a school field, and then school field, Snowdonia, and then I think Japan. Geography is never my strongest point. Sure, that's the way it goes though, isn't it? But it's lovely. Just on a nice, clear, sunny day, that must be amazing. Especially if it's a nice, clear, sunny day during the winter and it's been snowing. So you can see all that. That must be amazing. And then what do we get? Where I am. I can go down the front and I can look out past the pier to the horizon and there's fucking nothing there. I can see Pendle Hill going that way. And then I can see, is it Blackcomb in the Lake District on a clear day. That looms up from behind Blackpool. It's mad. It's mad. The cruise ship Canberra was a hospital ship in the Falklands. I think I've seen a couple of things about that. That was mentioned in one of them, but I didn't realise that the North Sea ferries went there. But they had all those ships, didn't they, as part of the task thingy. I don't say Taskmaster. I can't think. Brain's gone completely. Task Force. It's part of the Task Force. That must have been quite the sight. A few little grey frigates, a couple of massive grey aircraft carriers, and then Canberra, the Norland, the North Star, and the Royal Irish Mersey ferry behind it. And then he still went there and kicked ass. It's very pretty, it is gorgeous. And then being able to just look around and see that wherever you feel like, on your doorstep, or to go out and 10 minutes down the road, see some of the most beautiful sights in the UK is just mad. Very purdy. Another great half man half biscuit lyric, and even on clear days I can't see the point. The Bard of Birkenhead, Nige. Mandy, can you see Barnes? Can you see? He's waving out the window. Look. On the coast you can see up Crosby-ish beyond, and beyond one way, Wales to the south. You should be able to see Formby as well from where you are. Past Crosby. The coast goes that way and then comes back in towards Southport, so Formby is the bit that's sticking out the most. On a clear day, it's good. Not a bad place that you're in, to be honest. Wales isn't that far away, is it, to be honest? I mean, like, as the crow flies, what is it? About 10, 12 miles away. Just round the corner. Prince of Wales aircraft carrier on the Mersey currently, yeah. As Steve was saying, I'm going to have to try and I might go to Formby when it's leaving, see if I can see it. The Atlantic conveyor was a container ship carrying helicopters and spare Harriers was sunk in the war. Oh, man. There must be so many of those ships just littering the oceans because of wars and what have you. To be fair, you can't see anything outside at the moment. That's a good thing, that, though. And you are lucky where you are for stuff like that, because your view of the night sky should be better than ours, those that live in cities or near cities, because there's less light pollution. And I'm from fucking Liverpool, and I have never been to the Western Approaches. Speaking of the Atlantic and the war, you can go in there and go for a mooch around the places. It was the place where the Atlantic War in the World War II, the Atlantic battlefield was all controlled from there, and it's kept the way it was. It's amazing. Never been in there, and it is literally just around the corner from our work. Our work's on Water Street. If you look over, Rumford Street is there, and you can see the Western Approaches from our work. I've never been to the bloody thing. Why haven't I been? I'm interested in shit like that. Why haven't I been? True that, fam. And anyway, 11:15, Mandy, of course you can't see a bleeding thing. Unless they're building wicker men out there or something. Which wouldn't be surprising, would it, really? burning holiday cottages. These fucking English coming round here buying fucking houses. I don't like it. Oof. Starting to get a bit cold there now. A bit chilly cold for reasons. Your brother's best man was on that. Not sure if he died, but you think he did. Oh man. First Squadron. Shame that, man. Where's the place that made all the shells for World War One near us? It was all in the dunes. Good question. We need to find this out. Smock Envy. This is a boss smock. Top smock. Top smock. You're your top smock. I'll have to get you a full size picture of it. Full length. Not full length, you know. It's a good looking smock. When combined with an Ushanka, it speaks volumes. As I say, I was bouncing around Tesco yesterday, and I think people were looking. Many people might have been thinking, I want to say something, but then thought, no. Fucking size of him. Not going to say anything just in case he goes a little bit hurt, man. Excuse me, mister, why are you wearing that? Fuck off. Or I'd end up doing like I did. I can't help myself sometimes. Just what what I think comes out occasionally. When someone said to me, oh, it's a nice t-shirt, where'd you get it from? Got it out the wardrobe and then carried on walking. So that's stupid. He's going to turn around and smash shite out of me in a minute, isn't he? But no. Oh, very funny. Yeah, man. It's a good smock, man. They need to have more smocks in the world. Liam Gallagher is not averse to wearing a smock. I can't do me Liam Gallagher walk anymore, can I? Because I can't fucking walk properly. I used to occasionally bowl through the office on the way home, wearing me Liam coat, doing me Liam walk. Reckon it's safe for you to get the bin out? Yes. It's not going to blow over in the night. It won't do. It's supposed to be overnight where we are, at least. It's going to get down to about 19 kilometres per hour, which is a mere breath of wind. But I would definitely recommend anybody who's got wheelie bins get some bungee cords and tie them together, tether them, and they will not blow away. That is a pro tip. Smock and a kilt. Do you know what? I reckon I could get away with that. Smock and a kilt, pipe and a blint, smock and a pancake. Probably get away with that. Although I haven't got the legs for it at the moment. I need to do more working out on them. A smock, a kilt and a pair of heels. Not kitten, obviously. Yeah, French supplying the RGs with the missiles. French don't give a shit, do they? The French, I suppose, as well. The Americans had the blockade on Cuba, and the French and the Russians were sending the Cubans cars. So when you go there, you think it's full of old American cars. Well, there is a few of them, but they're mainly Ladas or Peugeots and Citroens and things. Have our Emerald Island contingent retired to bed? Yeah, just been handed a book. The story of Tato, the original Irish crisp. I'm surprised you can make an actual story out of that, but it must be, if you can, fair play. They seem to have, don't they? Are they all tired? Ah. Make sure your house number is on your bin for later retrieval. Has to be done, otherwise they'll go missing. Exocets, yeah. Fuckers. Fuckers. But you can send as many of them as you want. It doesn't really matter, does it? If you're up against a much better trained army. Much better trained. We're only a small country, but Jesus. the British Army, whichever part of it, sorry, the Armed Forces, British Armed Forces, whichever part of it, they are exceptionally well trained, well versed. Which is why there's loads of TikToks and YouTube videos of American GIs and what have you. Or the full on, sir, yes sir, all them lot, talking about the Brits, saying they are, they are something else. Navy SEALs, you're the best in the world, and they go, no, go and speak to the fucking Brits about that. They know the score. In it though, fired from a Mirage jet. Ali's there barely. When you say barely, do you mean you're just about, or are you streaking around the streets or something? Just before your time, the Falklands. Fascinated by the Black Book, Vulcan raid and its logistics. I remember it all going off, and then I've had mates who were in the Falklands during that time. Paratroop regiment, 3 para, I think it was. Wasn't good. I mean, it wasn't World War One or World War Two, but it was still some of the stories they were saying. It's like, fucking hell, man. Man's inhumanity to man. I know they had to do it, but can't be good for you. Can't be good for your head. Genuinely can't be good for your mental state. Seeing some of the things that they see. But it is I am fascinated by stuff like that myself as well. And how, I mean, look how far away it is from where we are. How we, a little tiny dot in the North Atlantic, managed to defend a little dot in the South Atlantic against this massive country next door. Bizarre. Morning, Jackie. Hope you feel better soon. Half filled yours with concrete. Problem solved. There you go. Blue sky thinking. That's what we need, Barnsley. Blue sky thinking. Barely awake. Well, it's alright. You can go to sleep in a minute. We'll be leaving soon. You only have to have a dance first, don't you? Just a quick dance and then you'll be able to go. Be alright. No, but it's me. It's my voice. That's what's doing it. Everyone was wide awake when he first turned up, and all of a sudden, my voice has sent you off to sleep. Or the fact that I'm a boring bastard. One or the other. Could be the timbre, the quality of the voice, or it could just be you're a boring shit. Shut up. Alright. Did Jess have a good time on her works do? She did. And it was weird because she was out at 7 o'clock. Normally, I dropped them off at Spoons just before midnight and then picked them up about 5, 6 in the morning. They were out for 7 and I picked it up at 20 to 1. I think that was her first proper works night. So there was one person who was more drunk than they expected. There was a bit of gossiping between them. But they had a great time. Loads of boss picks. And she got home safe. So tomorrow she's in work early. And I don't think she's got anything that she needs to be embarrassed about. But you never know. Did anybody else get up to no good? Was anyone else hammered? Office Christmas parties, you know what happens, don't you? There's always 2 people who shouldn't be left in a room together. Being left in a room together. Things like that. So no doubt the gossip will come out tomorrow morning. But it seemed and the 2 mates that I took, Jess is 18, a mate Ellie's 18 and a mate Lucy's 19, so they're all much of a muchness. Some of the other people are a bit older. They all seem to go out and get home safe without any issues, so that's the main thing. We counted them in, we counted them out. That thing, wasn't it? That's Falklands, isn't it? So we counted them out, we counted them in. The ones I took got home safe. That's the main thing. Normally when I take them home as well, I always try and stop. If Jess is in the car with me, she's always in the front. Keep an eye on that door. Can you see the door shutting? Right, they're in safe. We've done our job, let's go home. Always do that. She said to me, do you mind picking Lucy up? It's on the way, literally on the way. Yeah, no problem. How about Ellie? Yeah, it's on the way. Are you sure? Fucking, I'm taking you anyway. It's no big deal stopping at that house and then that house over there. No problem at all. Oh, thanks. Really appreciate it. For fuck's sake, man. It's no biggity. Ooh, where are we? He once built some flint walls for a fella and said he couldn't confirm he was in the raid on Port Stanley airfield, but he was flying Vulcans at the time and he knew a lot about the raid. Man. The story and the flint walls, there's a lot going on there, isn't there? Ah. Captain Bob German told you twice that he took off in a Vulcan, and as far as he knew, it was the real time, and he wasn't coming home. Oh, man. I watched, there was a thing again on, I can't even think what channel it was, what, like 173 or something on Sky, and it was on about Lancasters, I think it was, going to bomb the Tirpitz, and they were getting told, you're not coming home, but you need to go and do this job. And we all just got on the plane and went. So many of us came home, so many didn't. Just matter of fact. You know, there's not much chance of us getting home, but you know, oh man, different people. Man that you knew, a man who worked in Bletchley Park. Wow, what? And a friend who was the psychoanalyst, the co-pilot of the Enola Gay. You've mentioned that one before. That is insane. Adam, how you doing, bud? That is just... Again, you'd need a psychoanalyst. If you were the co-pilot of the Enola Gay, knowing what you did. I mean, it's your job to do it, but that must burn your nut out, that, like. Trademark. Danny Dyer, yeah. It must do. Just such a historical thing as well. I'm working in Bletchley Park. Wow. That is absolutely fascinating. Apart from not being able to change the name, you're fine. You'll be able to, it's not a problem, you can do that. I've got faith, Adam, I've got faith. Adam Faith, there you go. What do you want if you don't want money? Bonzi, no worries. Gotta go, all the best. Don't forget to wave to Mandy. She can see you. They landed in Russia after the Tirpitz raid. Yeah, this is one of the things we were talking about, because Norway at the time was in Nazi control, wasn't it? So they couldn't go back the way they'd come. It was they had to go to Russia, and then they had just enough fuel, just enough range to get to the Tirpitz, and then get back to Russia. They couldn't go anywhere else. This fellow was talking about it. Literally, it was like a thimble of petrol left in the plane by the time they got back to base. Just insane. There's not much of a chance of you getting home. Don't care, we're doing it.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
It's there. You were banging the centre of the red zone. Susanna's working and hasn't had power for 3 days. Is everyone okay though? I mean, we were saying this earlier on. Losing power, losing slates off the roof, wheelie bins disappearing into the Atlantic, it doesn't really matter. As long as everyone's safe. That's the main thing, isn't it? How did you cope with it? I know Hubnut was, he's near Aberystwyth, isn't he, Hubnut? And he was talking about they lost power. They had candles everywhere. They couldn't upload any videos. They couldn't do any filming because there's no power anywhere. But keeping safe, that's the main thing. Fucking heavy as well, wasn't it? I mean, it's not just a little bit of a storm, it's proper heavy. No more storms, please. We've had enough of them so far. That'll do. That'll do. No mass. No mass. I meant to have a look, see if there's another one in the Atlantic heading this way, because I need to start making plans for it. But genuinely, everyone, if you've got wheelie bins, buy bungee cords. Amazon if need be. Tie them, tether them together, and then tether them to something else. Because you don't want to be running down the road after a wheelie bin at 3 o'clock in the pissing morning, do you? Trees come down in the back garden. It's mental. Never seen wind like it. You have 3 power cuts at home. Scary. Yeah, I am not surprised. Yeah, I am not surprised. But again, perspective, isn't it? Trees can fall down. They can be moved. Slates can be replaced. Walls can be rebuilt. Fences can be rebuilt. Lives can't. Power can be reattached. It's proper. It wasn't just a bit of a wind. I mean, we used to, those of us who live near the coast are used to it being quite windy, but this was, even what we had was pretty hefty, but it was nothing. We weren't even close to a red zone. We were in, I think Mars might have been yellow or amber, and it was bad enough here. Thinking about what it was like for people in the red zone, just freaky, man. Not normal. Ali, no worries. Bonne nuit, mon chéri. Yeah, it's fucking out 11 o'clock. It is 11 o'clock. Right, let's get the dukey off. Get it gone, get it gone. As long as it didn't land on you, is always a bonus, yeah. I was worried about my car getting hit by slates, and I thought, you know what, doesn't really matter because it's only a fucking car and get fixed. The people, that's important. Only a mile away from the coast. You could hear the sea from your office. Bloody hell. 97 miles an hour in Aberystwyth. Jesus, man. We had 60, and it was bad enough here. That's nothing compared to that. Jeez. Fucking mad, man. As long as you're okay, that's the main thing, isn't it? That is the main thing. Right, anyway, it's 11 o'clock. Well, it's gone 11 o'clock. And I'm shattered, and I need to go and put my feet up. I need to have me alcohol-free Malbec and see what that's like. Why is it always wine? So, come on, dancing shoes, dancing shoes. Put on your dancing shoes, you sexy little swine. It's the Arctic Monkeys, by the way. Where are we? Outro, get your dancing shoes on. Vámonos, muchachos. Oh, hang on. That off as well. Let's go.
Another great night here at the Paris Palace. Folks, go give yourself a round of applause. We've had a good chat and told the odd joke. Now get in a hot tub for a post-string soak.
And that's that.